You're in the king's chambers with Jesse Filler. You're giving a pretty good speech as to what Delaron's gonna do and how you believe there needs to be a divine intervention for Olivia to be saved, and you gotta stop him. I don't know if you were trying to lie. I think you were trying to, fib a bit.
I'm skirting the truth.
It's not Merritt's forte.
Mm-hmm.
But you were doing a really good job. You had a really good speech. It was amazing. And then a dagger appeared from the king's heart, and you saw Jesse shove it in through his back. He gave it one good twist. Gave it another push. You went to heal him, but you were unable. A flash of memory from the past where your friend Jordan Dusk was unable to change his face in the king's chambers. There's something nullifying the magic in this area. And Jesse looked at you and said, I wish it wasn't you. What do you do? The king hits his knees.
Jesse, what are you doing? Stop, no.
The king is gasping for it. He's like,
I'm going to grab around the king and look up at Jesse and say, it's not too late. We can still fix this. And I'm going to start dragging the king out of the room.
All right. He stabs him again as you're dragging him.
Can I put my hand in front of it? Stop! No, he don't. I did take the hit so that he can't.
He's gonna roll to attack.
I want him to hit me.
I know you do.
The king gonna die, and that's a crit. And he's
well, the story has spoken.
I guess when you roll a natural 20 as your first roll, the dagger appears out the front of his throat as you're dragging him. Jesse shoves it through the back of his neck. Blood splatters on your face. It sprays you. The king's eyes start to flit and fail. He becomes limp in your body. There's no more him holding himself up
so
at
I'm
all.
gonna holler. Just gonna holler, help! Assassin! Help!
Jesse takes a step back. He lets the king go, and he unstraps his bow. All right, because we split the party 4 ways, I'm going to switch from Merritt at this point.
So if that one's player killer, is that one non-player killer?
Oh, I did nickname it First Blood.
That is First Blood.
Hold on.
All right,
Who should I skip to?
Yeah.
You're unconscious, so we're going to skip you.
I don't play this game.
I don't know what you're going to be playing because...
Well, Jay was on his way to the king's chambers. I said I would do a circle for 15 minutes and then...
Okay, let me start with Garabon then. And Random Constant, welcome to the Breakfast Club. That giveaway is going to happen.
Booyah!
Well done.
Random
Thanks, guys.
Nice.
Let's get that giveaway. Well, later.
Now
We'll do that giveaway a bit later.
In the name of the fallen king.
Now on to the next giveaway later.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, I don't
Garabon.
know. But let's go. Bring it on, brother.
You're walking through the Royals District. You've already passed the large gated area that was open to the public today for the ordeal of Olivia. You... Give me a perception roll.
17.
17 is pretty good. You hear the sounds of hoofs on stone. You look over towards the castle, and there is an entourage of about 5 cavalry headed your way, almost directly at you. As they get closer, you can see that it's Lawrence One Eye and a group of River Guard. They're running through the castle through the courtyard at breakneck speed. What do you do?
I just keep on walking, making my way towards the dungeon.
They
on a mission.
Go right past you. They pay you no mind, and they are going fast. You can only assume they're headed to the front of the city walls where the gate had been opened, letting the shantytown flood into the city. That was you guys that did that.
I gave Jesse the perfect opportunity for this shit.
You continue walking through the Royals District. It's about 5 minutes. Well, no. It's about 2 minutes to get through it just walking. If you wanted to, you could pick up the pace.
Nope.
Continues walking.
Absolutely.
Lorenzo, you hear an explosion. It's the loudest explosion that you can remember hearing. It's louder than a spell being formed out of thin air. It's louder than a fireball hitting a group of enemies. It shocks the city. You're not too far away from the bridge, and you see Delaron on the ground. There were a couple guards that were holding him up on their shoulders and walking him away, and when that explosion hits and the shockwave, they get thrown back, and Delaron hits the ground. They hit their asses.
Death saves. I don't have to make them anymore.
Do I see anything from where the explosion happened?
From this distance, you don't see anything, but you know it's coming from near the castle.
I will get closer. Nothing else for curiosity.
Okay. You move closer. Merritt, as you're screaming for help, you hear an explosion. It's not as loud as it was for Lorenzo. I'll remember your character name this time, I promise. It shakes the foundation of the castle. Jesse knocks an arrow.
So I'm going to twist and bear hug the king and drag him toward the door, but with my back exposed to Jesse.
Okay. He fires an arrow off. He aims it, and it seems like he's aiming directly for you. Sharpshooter.
My open and exposed
Like
back.
roll the die.
Yeah, like, look at my kidneys.
So he rolls an 18,
That'll work.
and you have not total cover, but you have full cover of the king, so it gives you +5 AC.
No, it would give.
He moved, so he was in the way.
I moved. I was trying to protect the king.
I misunderstood.
Yeah, me too. I thought he was trying to finish him off with that one last blow.
No.
I said he aims it right at you.
He's to secure his alibi.
Well, I mean, we're all kind of in the same area.
20 damage on the first blow.
No biggie.
He looks at you. I'm sorry it had to be this way.
I say, it doesn't have to be this way. We can still fix this, Jesse.
18.
We can still fix this. Gurgle, gurgle,
Yeah.
gurgle.
Nobody has to know. We can fix this.
16. The second arrow plunges through the meat of your collarbone and it goes straight out your back. It's now sticking halfway into you. Are you still conscious?
Yeah. Can I... I'm not to the door yet where I can try to cast magic.
You are...
You don't have to
You
drag
can
the king.
drag
Pick
the
up and
king
run.
to the door. This action.
Damn it.
You're dragging the king. You're bleeding everywhere. He's bleeding everywhere. Blood is just mixing on the floor, yours and his, as you're dragging him. There's a line coming from his chambers. You can just peek out the hall, and they are completely empty. Left, right. You don't see anyone. You get outside the doors.
I probably gurgle through blood and just say, please. And that would be my mass healing word.
So you cast healing word on you and the king.
Probably, if there's no one else around.
Jesse.
Up to 6 people. I think he's in the room. I don't know if
That's true. You regain your hit points. The king remains lifeless in your arms.
No!
Switching over, Garavon. You're getting up to the castle. You're not too far away. And you hear an explosion. This explosion rocks you. It rocks the city. Roll me a dex save.
6.
It throws you back 10 feet. The explosion's so loud and so powerful. The aftershock moves you. From this angle, you can see down this somewhat winding street with these 2-story buildings that are stacked on top of each other the whole way. They're connected to each other. You see where the tidal gates are. And the tidal gates explode. You hit the ground. You fly backwards. You hit your hands. You're on your butt. And you can see a torrent of water, a cascading torrent of water coming down the street.
How far am I away from the dungeons at this point?
Well, they're in the castle, and you could get to the castle in a few rounds, maybe.
I make my way. I start sprinting.
So you start running, full speed, towards the castle.
Absolutely.
You see water hit the first house that it meets. That house explodes. Wood shatters. You see shingles flying up in the air as it just devastates the first house in the way and comes down the street. Give me an athletics check as you start sprinting.
15.
15. You jump up off your butt immediately. You take off as fast as you can, and you're on a race for your life. Lorenzo, you now hear the sounds of smaller explosions. Not even really explosions, just more demolitions. And you can see from really far off water shattering houses. You can see the guards that were carrying Delaron run. They just run. They leave him on the pavement.
So no one's currently by Delaron?
No one's by Delaron. They all went towards the gates where you guys made the biggest distraction of your life.
Run up to Delaron and give him a potion of greater healing.
Oh, sweet. I'm
You
awake.
run up to Delaron.
How many d4 is that? Greater healing?
Was 44.
Take over the castle.
I think it's 44. Make sure.
Greater healing?
Yeah.
You have a chart there, right? It's the one I made
I
for
have
you.
so many charts. Is the problem.
Maybe you shouldn't be the one looking for it.
Yeah, it's like, do you want the diagram of the Citadel
Lord?
of the Sun?
Greater healing is 44 plus 4.
Okay. So, double ones for the first roll,
Cool.
and double fours for the second.
Okay.
So let's see,
14.
10 plus 4, 14.
Okay, so that's 14.
Delaron, your eyes snap open. The 2 guards that were
Mercilessly helping me.
that took you down after Jay left, they run, and you see them running.
I see them running, so I
They're
sit
running
up.
towards the gate.
I'm confused. So I sit up, I look around.
After about 3 seconds of sitting up,
I see
gathering
you.
your bearings, you hear the sounds of demolition, of destruction in the city. It sounds like a large monster rampaging through.
Don't do anything stupid. We need to run and possibly figure out what's going on with that.
So I stand up, right? Were we on the bridge?
You were close to the bridge.
Can I look and see the water coming down?
You can see, once you stand up, water splashing over the tops of the houses in the very far off by the mountainside where the castle is. And it's cascading through the streets.
Do I think that I can... Shit.
I think you already did that.
Yeah, right? Well, I'm just thinking, like, there's no actual way for me to make it to the castle, and I can't make it back to the gate. I'm going to be here when the water gets here. How long will it take to get to me?
It's going to be pretty quick. You can't... I mean, you're not going to really be able to gauge it, but it's going fast.
Okay, so I'm going to run to the noble side of the bridge if I can make it, and then I'm going to get behind a building to the buildings in between me and the water and hunker down and grab onto something.
Give me an intelligence.
All right. Fail. Yep. That's what I do.
Just the first building you see?
The first building I think I can get to. I'm gonna probably look for something that's not made of straw, right? Like if we're going Three Little
Big
Pigs
Bad Wolf?
style. Yeah, I don't want to be like, I go to the straw house.
Okay.
But-
Don't roll intelligence. Just go to the more sturdy looking.
That's it.
There is a building that looks like it is a blacksmith workshop. It's made out of stone. They have their furnace next to it. It's probably the sturdiest looking building in the area.
Can I get to before the water gets to me? I tell you, come
Try.
with me. And then I'm like, come on, we gotta run.
Does
Clink, clink, clink,
so
clink.
the bridge we're on, would the water fall into it and we'd be safe on the other side?
The
Or
bridge will be gone in a minute.
well, I mean, I'm more concerned about where the water's going after it hits the bridge. Would it go down?
So the way and tell me if I'm wrong, the way I'm thinking about this is the city's bisected by this river that comes out. The floodgates are up here where the river comes from, and they keep the river under control, and they're gone. So the water is higher than buildings and coming in the same direction the river is down through the city, and it's going to blow that bridge out if we're on it.
He yells in about 3
Yeah.
seconds worth of shouting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I follow
Let
that.
him go!
Yeah, just like, run, run!
It's gonna be a flashback when you guys were in the cave and you had to push him. Oh no!
That's rough.
Yeah.
This time I'm letting Lorenzo die. Well, what if you can make it? Fuck you!
Well, then I'll play Jay,
Yeah.
and then
Right.
You're bleeding everywhere. You get out to the hall. You cast healing word. The king does not come back. Jesse knocks an arrow.
Don't do this! And I turn around the corner and I start dragging him.
You don't have to drag him anymore. You're outside animagic him. You can run.
But to get the king.
You can lift him up, remember?
Oh yeah. So do I feel the strength return at that point?
When you get out of the threshold of the room, you feel strong. You feel virile, and you were dragging the king with all your might. Once you get out, you could pick him up like a rag doll.
Yeah, so I'll pick him up and I don't have any third level spells left.
Bummer.
Yeah, I don't have any second level spells left. I'm going to
Use
pick him
your
up and I'm going
movement
to
to
run. I'm going to pick him up and I'm going to run down the hall.
You hear the sound of metal clanging on the ground when you throw the king up, and over your shoulder the crown, his head jolts and the crown falls off his head and clacks to the ground. Jesse walks out of the room. He picks up the crown and watches you run. He doesn't fire.
Too bad some motherfucker didn't learn Revivify.
Shut up.
You
I've had a third level
round the
spells anyway.
bend of the first corner, and you don't see anyone in this hall either.
I'm going to turn left. I don't know where I am, and I'm kind of panicking. But I'm going
So
to
you're
be
gonna
trying
run
to
randomly.
I'm
Are you gonna
trying-
try to run back to where you were, maybe
to.
to where you came from?
Yes, I mean I'm vaguely attempting still to get back.
Give me an intelligence check. See if you remember. It's not too hard.
1.
That's a 3 total.
It's not too hard.
Go hide in the
Run left.
bathroom.
If you don't remember.
Yeah. It's really distracting with a dead king in your arms and 2 arrows in your back.
Fair enough.
Garavon.
I'm darting towards the king or the castle.
He starts running towards the castle. You hear the second, the third, the fourth building start shattering. You even see this next house. It's made mostly out of stone. The stones are torn asunder from each other. They're ripped apart and swept up in the water.
This is going to be bad. I don't have that many
It-
points.
Isn't losing any momentum as it comes your way. You make it to the front of the castle, the gates, and You see that a guard had already started running in before you get there and goes into the castle himself. You're still dressed up as a river guard, correct?
Yep.
He leaves the door open for you.
Beautiful.
As you're running there, he's like, come on, let's go, run!
Yeah, I'm darting in.
You jump through and he slams the door shut and he doesn't even look at you. He doesn't say anything. He just starts running into the castle.
And I just start making my way towards down to the dungeon.
Okay. Running?
Absolutely. At this point, yes, I am.
Lorenzo and Delaron, you see the water just past the castle front. It's coming through the courtyard. It's starting to fill up every alleyway, every nook and cranny of the Royals district. It starts flowing through the Nobles district. It's still tearing things asunder as it goes. It's getting closer and closer. You duck down under this building's foundation. I'm assuming you do it too?
Yeah.
Is there anything I can tie myself to?
There's a foundry. It's a stone foundry. It looks like it's been built into the ground.
Yeah, but is there anything like these guys, the blacksmiths work here, they're like anvils that are pinioned into the stone or something like that?
There are anvils. Let's see. Yeah, there's one that looks like it might be sturdy nearby.
That's like, pinned into the rock so that it can't.
Give me an investigation check.
I don't have time for that shit. I run to it. I run to the one that looks sturdy. I fail the investigation check. I'm like, fuck it. I hope to Paylor, and I run over to it and throw my rope around it, tie myself in, and hit myself with a lay on hands before the water hits me.
Good call.
Yep. So I'm like, the hit points I can get? I'm like, 30. Woot! And then I put my head down and assume the position.
Lorenzo.
Hold my breath.
I'll follow his lead.
So you're going to tie yourself to the anvil as well?
I don't know if I have any rope. I didn't write any of that.
I have 50 feet. You can use part of mine.
Yeah.
Are you guys
I'll find a spot and
downwind or down water of the anvil?
I don't know if there's enough room for both of us on my side. He might be fucked, but I'm tying myself so the water hits the other side of the anvil. And
So
I'm on the...
it's-
Well, no. The anvil's between me and the water. Like, I'm down low, tied around it. I hope that it will break the water a little bit when the water hits it, and then it won't, do this.
It won't
I
do
want
that.
it to be pinned in.
And
Do
if
the
it
thing
isn't
where it hits
pinned
you
in,
in the-
that'll
It
be
will squish
fun.
the fuck out of me. Good thing I
I'll,
now have 44.
I'll hold my action for Blade Ward whenever the water hits.
Oh, good idea.
Okay. Merritt, you're running down the hall. You have the king in tow. He's over your back. He's bleeding down your robes. Now it's all his blood spilling down your back.
Mhm.
You don't know where you're going. You're panicking. There's long hallways and many rooms. Many, many, many rooms. And you haven't seen or heard anyone yet. I'm assuming you haven't been continuously yelling. But you can correct me if I'm
I'd say
wrong.
occasionally, but not continuously.
So you will cry out for help every once in a while?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'll also pop thaumaturgy to just smash open doors and windows as I'm going past, too.
Is it
just
an
so I can-
action to do it?
Thaumaturgy. That's a good
You
question.
can
believe
do
so.
it,
It's an action.
but you won't be running.
Sprinting.
Correct, because you won't be using your dash action to run.
Yeah, then I would only do it occasionally. Like if I came into an area with a bunch of doors and didn't know.
Every intersection, basically.
So every once in a while you bash open a door. The first one you break open is empty and it looks like it's someone's bed chambers. The second one you break open, there is a scullery maid in it, and she looks up at you and starts screaming when she sees the sight of blood all over you and the king potato sacked over your back.
Mm.
And she runs into the room further into the corner.
Get me to the temple! Get me to the temple!
You're talking the Well, she screams like,
Damn. Keep running. You're useless.
you keep running down this hallway. It comes to a T. The next door you bash open with thaumaturgy is closed. You don't know where you're going, left or right?
Right.
Right. You head right, and there are some stairs going upwards.
This is not the way to the thing. I turn around and go back the other way.
All right, you turn around, and there, after going down this hall, you bash open another door every once in a while. The room is empty. You bash open another. The room is empty. You get to the end of the hall, and there's another stairwell going downward.
Am I on the main floor right now?
The King's Chambers are one floor up.
One floor up. Down. So down is perfect.
You start heading down the stairs at full speed.
Yes.
Give me an acrobatics.
Acrobatics is dexterity, which is +2. So 13.
You feel the king's body as you're darting down these stairs, 2 at a time, go against your shoulder, but you don't fall and you don't drop him as you continue down these stairs. You can hear the sound of destruction outside of the castle. You hear the sound of wood shattering. You hear the sound of stones breaking.
It sounds like the world is ending out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I know that I gotta get to the temple and see if Malkadress can fix this. The Dragonborn cleric.
Garavon,
Probably dead.
you hear the sounds of the doors shatter. You're running down the hall. You can't see behind you to the doors because you've already rounded the first bend towards the dungeons. You know where they're at. You can hear the sound of rushing water from far off.
I make my way. I'm sprinting, man. I'm going right down to the dungeons.
You get to the top of the dungeons. It takes a bit, not one round, a few. You hear the sound of water rushing behind you, and it's going faster than you are, and you know it when you get to that top of the dungeon stairs.
I'll go down.
You head downwards, and you see a guard who's looking up. When you opened the door at the top of the stairs, you can see him looking up, confused. What's going on? What's happening out there? Lorenzo Delaron.
Okay. One last thing before the water hits. I take out a dagger and I put it by the handle in my teeth and I bite down in case I need to cut myself free. Not the blade, the handle.
Oh,
I'm jamming it to the back of my throat.
I'm like, I do it. No, I just want to have it handy. So I take the handle and I put it in my mouth and hang on to it.
You're on your own, Lorenzo.
Right.
cool.
Just so that when the water hits, if the anvil is not strapped down and it goes places with me, I don't end up at the bottom of Riverstorm when it's 10 feet deep in water.
Water starts breaking against every building that is on the way to you. You can hear it, and you can still see some of the shingles as it hits being ripped apart and some of the roofs flying off. The momentum of the water is dying somewhat here compared to when it first started rushing through the city, and it's not tearing buildings apart immediately. Behind the building. So,
Put my head down.
you put your head down. The water's force, if you were just out and about, is going to do 12d6 of damage. The house is going to break it in half, and the anvil's going to give you another 2 off. So it's going to be 46 damage.
Okay.
Can I put myself in front of him or try to break the water for him at all?
The anvil's in front of me.
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
I mean, you're just a body. It's going to break around you pretty easily.
Yeah, I can do 46.
You each take 11 damage of force when the water hits against your bodies. The anvil was not pinioned to the ground.
Oh.
It snaps, and it starts floating through the water. You're both tied onto it.
I take half for blade ward.
Does it stop force? Oh, I guess it's bashing.
bashing.
It's
Bludgeoning?
bashing. Yes,
Okay.
half.
Okay.
I didn't even hear you say you cast Blade Ward. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I had my ready to action.
Good spell.
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay, so the anvil is going places.
The anvil is now in the water, being moved freely, and you are being pulled along with it like
The anvil's an
ragdolls.
anchor now.
Correct.
Dagger, do your thing. I cut
Give
myself
me-
free of the anchor.
Give me an athletics when you rip the dagger out of your mouth. You're being pushed and pulled and turned.
8 plus 7 is 15.
You
I'm
pull
an
the
athletic
dagger out of your
dude.
mouth, and you feel your arm almost ripped out of its socket as you are holding on to it. The dagger almost falls out of your fingers. You hold on, you go to cut, and you're just being flipped around in this water.
I don't want to be tied to something that weighs more than I do, though.
Can I try to cut both our ropes?
With your sword?
Yep. I can't be disarmed as long as I'm conscious.
It's true.
I don't even know what that means.
Means
Is
he
it
can't drop
scabbarded?
his weapon.
It's
Or did you have it out?
it's my magic weapon.
He summons it.
I summon it.
Like
You summon a
whoosh.
weapon?
Yep.
Eldritch Knight thing.
I thought, well,
It happens. Just go with it.
so it's a sword.
Yep.
You're a Jedi?
Yes.
Essentially, yes.
What the fuck? Whoom. You summon your sword and slice the rope cleanly. Well, give me an athletics check.
Let's see. Athletics not really my thing, but 14.
14. Yeah, you slice the rope cleanly and you don't cut your friend as you're... You cut it
That's
and
right,
you
cut
are
like a pig.
broke loose as well as Delaron at the same time, and you two end up splitting apart. You are no longer going in the same direction. The water is pushing and pulling each of your bodies every which way.
I'm gonna try to dive below the break so that I'm not in the top where stuff is being carried and smashing into stuff.
Okay. Merit. You get to the bottom of the stairs. And there are some guards down there. The guards see you carrying the king, bleeding everywhere. They look at each other for a second and then they draw their swords like, "Stop!" And they start charging you.
I don't have time for this. I try to convince them as I'm running. It's like, we're going to get to the temple. The king's been attacked.
He does have arrows on his back. He looks.
Give me a persuasion check. I would give you disadvantage, but I'll give you advantage because you have arrows stuck out your back.
right.
Persuasion is a +4. Nope, 5, 6, 7. So +7 to that 8 is a 15.
They start charging you. You say, "We need to get to the temple." At that point, you hear the sound of rushing water through the halls. You aren't really sure what to make of that. They stop as they're charging you. They look confused. They look at you, and they say, "We need to run!" And they start running towards you, towards the stairs.
I know what that sound is. Imminent death.
I probably end up basically wasting my action because I run a little bit more before I stop and then change momentum and switch back up. So, oh no.
The first guard that comes near you is like, "What's going on? What's happening?"
I don't know anything about the dam or anything like that, so it's like, it's the huntsman! They killed the king!
Caravan, You see the guard. He asks you what's going on, and you go,
And I say, Lawrence one I sent me. The city's under attack. I shut the door behind me, and I go, we gotta get out of
roll
here.
persuasion.
Okay. Shit.
You're doing a perfect job with low charisma.
9.
Perfect job with low charisma.
Yep.
He looks at you. He's like, "What? Are you? What? What's going on?"
Water is rushing in here. It's taking
As
over
you
the
say
kingdom.
that, the door blows off. You're right next to it.
Water's
I
rushing in here.
Start sprinting down the
Roll a dex
steps.
save.
You need to surf the door down the steps.
Oh, nice.
That was a 17 I saw.
Okay. All right, thank you. I thought 17 and 4, 21.
17-7, because you're proficient in it.
7. Okay.
So,
24.
Yeah.
You hear the water. You know what's about to happen, and you move forward as the door blows off, and you are able to jump up over the explosion of the door, and water starts rushing in. You see the door shoot off, bounce off the ceiling, floor ceiling, hits the guard and knocks him out. Water starts rushing into the
problem
room, and it
solved.
starts filling up the room. It starts filling up the bottom of this dungeon.
I go to the guard and I see if there's any keys that he has on him.
Okay. Lorenzo, Delaron, you are now split again. 4 ways, guys. Split the
Hey.
party.
We're only split 3 ways, okay? Me and him are
No,
together.
you're not. The
Oh,
water
yeah,
is
that's
pulling
right.
you apart, and it's moving you in different directions.
Can I try to swim towards him?
Give me a perception check at disadvantage. You're being spun left, right, up, down. The water is still dragging you in every
Perception.
current.
11.
11. You don't see him. The undercurrent grabs you, and you get pulled down again as you're trying to go up. Give me an athletics check, each of you.
I'm not trying to stay up.
Okay.
So,
Am I at
Give
disadvantage?
me an athletics check, each of you,
all right.
as
normal?
you are holding your breath.
15. I think it's a con save.
7.
15.
Maybe it is a con save.
If you want
But
a con save, that'd be a lot better.
he's trying to get up, I'm assuming, to the surface. No? You just want to hold your breath down here? You don't get to hold your breath for as normal. You're being exerted.
Sure. So what does that
Being
give me in
twisted and
turns before
turned.
I need breath again?
You're not sure. Every time you think you have it under control, your body's contorted in a way that it shouldn't be, and you lose a little air. You can feel it seep out of your mouth.
Okay. I mean, I just want to not be where furniture and house pieces are flying along in the water and getting smashed by it.
Everywhere.
I think it's worse in the top usually, but if it's everywhere, then I don't worry about diving. I was going to try to dive low to where the water's stiller and grab onto a building
The
somewhere.
currents are going every which way right now. Undercurrents.
All right. And I just try to... Can I grab onto a building we're going past if it's not breaking buildings anymore?
Give me an athletics check. The first building that you're just being pushed towards, you're going to try to hang on to it.
I'm going to hit it, yeah. I'm just trying to hang on.
There is a window that you're headed right towards.
Yes,
like
I
a
just do this. Shield.
shield in the way.
Yep, here we go. Athletics, 15. That's all I can roll is a 15.
It's a good roll. I mean, it's not bad.
No.
You put your shield in the way and you ride the wave in to the window.
Okay.
You see there's 2 people in the house that are already drowning.
Oh, shit. Okay. Is the house full of water, or is it just
It's
mostly
full
full?
of water.
So I'm underwater when I go into the window.
Underwater.
They're drowning. What's the house made out of?
This house is made out of plaster and wood.
Is it coming apart?
It is somewhat coming apart. The window shutters shatter as you go in. The roof is somewhat ripped off in one area.
Okay, so are they unconscious yet, or are they just struggling and starting to die?
Both unconscious.
Oh, God. Okay, there's 2 of them. What do they look like?
There is a little boy and a mother. Her hair is waving wildly in the water, and she is bobbing off the top of the roof.
Okay. So even the top of the building's underwater.
Except part of the roof's blown off.
Okay, I grab the boy and I try to go out.
Lorenzo.
I'm looking for anything to grab onto. My first thought was a tree.
You are being thrown near a tree. You can try to grab the current and ride the wave towards the tree. Give me an athletics check.
That's a 4.
As you're getting closer and closer, you're gonna make it, and something sideswipes you. Wham! And this current now shifts you, and it does 7 damage as it hits you. You feel a piece of wood pierce your side as it's going wildly through this water.
Can I try to use action surge to try again, or
Yes.
can I do acrobatics instead of athletics?
No.
Oh.
But you can action search for it.
It's a 13.
13. You spin 3 times when this thing hits you and pierces your side. You see your destination and you make your way to it before any other currents drag you away. Garavon,
Do I find any keys on the guard?
give me an investigation check.
I think I have an inspiration there.
Mhm.
But I have saved for quite some time.
This could be the moment.
13 investigation is under intelligence.
-1.
12.
12. It takes you a little longer than you want. Water is filling up this room faster than you can believe. You are now completely underwater while trying to find the keys. You hold your breath. You're now searching frantically and you find the keys. They're on his belt. You rip them off. It takes a good bit of force, but you can do it.
And I guess I am going to try to save the girl.
So you swim to the first door and you're searching through these keys. There are 6 of them. Roll a d6.
Yes, this one. 3.
The first key you try doesn't work. Takes a little time. You go to the second key.
5.
The second key you try doesn't work. Roll a d4.
Thank you. I'm keep on going for my 1.
Third key you try is not working. You continue on. Roll a d6.
1.
The fourth key you try is not the one. Roll a d6.
That's
1.
The fifth key you try does not work. You're just frantic now. You're losing breath. You feel the effects of the water. Some of it tries to slip into your lungs. The last key you slip into the slot. It works.
That's awesome. You got his house keys.
Yeah, you're like, oh god.
Okay.
Oh, that was
The
great.
door pushes open with no force because this door is it's like a jail cell with bars, so there's no resistance against your push. You now swim in and you can see every prisoner in every cell is drowning. The water's up to the top of the ceiling. You swim to the very last cell, the very furthest away, and you see Olivia there. She looks frantic and panicked. She's holding her breath, and as she sees you, you also see some bubbles slipping from her mouth.
I go and I grab her and
Yeah, some keys.
Roll a d6.
Roll a d6.
5.
The first key you try works. You slip it in. You turn, and the door opens immediately. And she looks panicked. She looks like she wasn't ready for this, and she's losing breath. Her eyes start to flutter. You grab her.
I grab her and I just, I guess, start making my way. Is there an exit at the end of the...
There's not. There used to be a tunnel at the end.
Oh, that's right,
that
but
was
it caved in.
collapsed
Okay,
on
so
purpose.
I make my way back towards...
Every prisoner you pass looks frantic, and they're all motioning. They're trying to get help. They're reaching out. They're trying to grab you as you pass by.
But I don't die.
Whoa.
You want to throw keys down here?
Don't move like fuck these guys.
I guess I didn't say it, so...
Did you think about it?
Nope.
Okay. You continue on. You
I needed that.
swim all the way through as fast as you can. Give me an athletics check. As I look up some rules.
It's moving against the tide.
14 with a drowning person in your arms.
I guess I wasn't prepared for these rules.
Drowning rules?
Drowning rules.
Drowning swimming rules.
Drowning swimming.
You can hold your breath for a gazillion years.
And if you're placid and going under a swimming pool and waiting.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you're
by
You're not
rules,
exerting yourself.
The rules will give you rules for both of those. It's still a decent amount of time. Not breathing is kind of like not eating in D&D. You do much better on paper than you do in real life.
I can hold my breath for about 45 seconds.
I can do it for longer.
Yeah?
Yep.
How long? Well, let's find out.
Timing.
I'm timing you, I promise.
Can't make me laugh.
I think that if you really had to or you were going to die, you could probably hold it longer than 45 seconds.
Well, eventually you will just let loose and you'll let it in. You'll let the water in.
Yeah, you'll eventually breathe the
See,
water.
suffocating. There you go.
Yep.
That's in the right direction.
Yep. I remember looking it up not too long ago.
Yeah?
Yep.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah, I was, it's just like, what happens?
What's your constitution modifier?
+1.
+1.
You can hold your breath for a minute. It's been half a minute.
It's a long time.
Yeah, we're just making it. I'm not caring about anything. Just getting her to the top.
You see the guard that you took the keys from, body lifeless as you pass by. You get to the top of the room where the door used to be. There is no door. Water is up to the ceiling in this hallway. Give me an intelligence check.
10.
10. You remember the direction you need to go to get up the stairs towards the king's chambers or ward chamber. You also know the direction to outside. Where do you go?
We go up.
Towards the king?
Yep.
You swim right as you exit this door. Merritt. The guards and you are running up the stairs. They look frantic. The water is now starting to slowly rise, not as fast as it rushed through the halls. And they still have their weapons drawn. When you get to relative safety, they stop and they look at you, and there's about 5 seconds worth of silence as they're just looking at you with their weapons drawn.
Probably panting heavily from all my panicked running around. What happened with the water?
What happened with the king? I don't know. What?
Jesse Filler. Jesse Filler killed him. I was trying to get him to the temple before it's too late.
Well, we
And at
can't
the
go
point, I
this
just
way.
sit down.
You are now able to walk up the stairs to outpace the water slowly rising.
Something happened with the river.
Apparently. I'm not... Did you? He looks at the other guard, and the other guard's already shaking his head.
We gotta
maybe-
get to a river, or a window. See.
Yeah.
Something.
Walk up with you, rushedly. They're not slowly walking. Delaron, you grab the boy.
I can't swim with both of them, I'm assuming.
Like swim, you could kick with your legs if you had both of them. It's a little less controlled.
It'll be not as good.
Well, and you're in plate armor.
Yep. Although
So it won't be that good at all.
plate armor doesn't give you disadvantage for swimming. It's just for stealthing. That's it.
Well, I'd give you
For two
fall
bodies.
further.
For two bodies in plate, I'll go with disadvantage though. Like, that's a lot of weight. There's no part of the roof that's above the water.
Some of the roof's been blown off. There's no roof in some parts. But no, it's all underwater.
Okay, I'm gonna grab them both and I will try. And if I can't, then I let the mother die.
You grab them both. It takes you a second to get to both of them. You can hold your breath forever, right?
I can hold it for 2 minutes.
2 minutes. How about you?
What is it? It was a
Your con
Constitution. I have a +3 con
It's
mod. So.
3 minutes.
Yep.
So you'll be fine. You can live under here for a while.
For a little bit.
See you guys. You can't. And you've been underwater for probably about a minute.
Okay, so I have a minute left. I grab them both and I start to kick.
You grab them both. You start to kick. Roll on athletics at disadvantage.
17.
17.
I'm strong.
You kick with all your might. You push off the second floor of this building,
Push.
and you shoot yourself upwards. Not enough. You get to an edge of where the roof's been ripped off, and you hit it with your foot again. You push off again until you break the surface. You kick with all your might, and you make it. You see the sun, you see the light, and you come up, and you can take a breath.
Are either of them breathing?
No.
Okay. I look for some place that I can ground us on something. A roof, a tree.
There is a building not too far away. You'll have to swim to it. That is just above the water. You see it's a big slanted roof, and half of the slant is just above the water.
Okay. Can I make it there with both of them?
Roll in athletics.
Disadvantage. And 12.
You kick and kick with all your might. You have them positioned so you can kind of use your arms to swim however little you can. You're clawing your way towards this roof. You hurl them off onto the roof so you can also grip on and stay up above the water.
I'm going to try to heal one of them and see what happens.
At this point, you can see the water has risen above most rooftops, and it's broken against the walls, and now it's a giant city of a fishbowl. There is water everywhere, and you can see it slowly spilling out the small gate that you guys had opened. But it's slow compared to how much water there is in this city.
I try to heal the boy.
Well, you can't heal suffocation. You can't
But I don't know.
hit point heal.
I don't know that.
Okay, you try to heal the little boy. It doesn't do anything.
So
You
use my
can
Rachel.
see they're not breathing.
Nothing happens. I'll try
You
a
have
medicine
medicine.
check. I don't have it, but I'll try it unscaled. I'll just like push on his chest.
You've seen it before, and you
I'm
know
like,
in war
this?
people would do it when a soldier would fall. Sometimes they could bring them back. You start pushing on the little boy's chest, and you figure you probably shouldn't push as hard as you would for an adult.
Sure.
You feel the sternum break because you have to.
I roll a straight 16.
You break the little boy's sternum. You compress for a while. You help him breathe, and eventually, water spurts out of his mouth. You turn his head sideways, and he vomits water and vomit, and it spills out onto the roof. And he's coughing and hacking. Lorenzo,
I guess I'm looking around for anyone else who made it out. Specifically,
you're underwater.
Oh, I'm moving up the tree.
Okay. So you're gonna climb up the tree slowly. The tree goes all the way. It breaks past the top of the water, and you can see it goes up and up and up, and you're climbing limb and branch with relative ease because there's no gravity here. It only can go up, really. And you make it to the top.
Yeah, I'm looking around for anyone.
You give me a perception check.
3.
You see a ship cruising through the streets, or where the streets would have been. And it's above the rooftops, cruising near the castle from where the tidal gate had been blown. And it's a pretty large ship. It takes up the entire street itself. You see someone standing there. He's got his hand up against the railing, looking down, looking around. This large red tiefling.
I'll keep an eye on him, and I'll keep an eye on everyone else, and just kind of see if, like, he's going through and picking people up.
You see him point at someone that is trying to get to the ship, and you see an archer on the side shoot an arrow. Ding!
Oh,
And the person that was
That
trying
sucks.
to get to the ship sinks.
they're not trying anymore.
Merritt. The guards are still out of breath and still confused. There is no answer. Why? What? Why would Jesse?
I don't know. He didn't tell me much. I'm kind of focused on them, but mostly looking for a window so I can get outside and see where 1 billion gallons of water just came from.
You get outside the window, not outside the window, you get to the window and you look outside, and this is just a big open archway of a window. There's no glass pane. And from this angle, you can see up the side of this mountain. You can see all the way down. You can see just the entire city filled like a fishbowl. And the water is from the river that does pass through here, but that was man-made. The water that passed through the city was passed through because they channeled it that way. The river rushes off to the side. And the tidal gate that lets the river flow through or fill up to flush the city of all its waste and muck is missing. It's completely gone. The temple, where it would be, doesn't even come up past the top of the water.
I just look for a while.
You hear a scream in the back. You're not looking in the halls. And it's a woman's scream. A high-pitched shrill. Garavon, you're headed towards the stairs where you know go up to the second floor. Roll an athletics check.
12.
You feel everything in you is pushed beyond its limits. Your body hurts, your breath hurts, your lungs hurt. You continue swimming through these halls towards the stairs, and you're clawing your way up every single stair until you break the surface of the water. Olivia is not breathing. You pull her up onto the stairs, and now it's harder to start dragging her because the water's not lifting her weight.
Is she on dry?
She what?
Is she dry though? Like, are we past the water yet?
Well, she's half in the water. As you start dragging her up the stairs, she's not breathing. The water's slowly climbing up the stairs.
So I just try to get her to a point where I have a couple minutes. I feel like I have a couple minutes. I want to lay her flat.
Give me an athletics check.
Oh, you're trained in medicine?
Yeah, I am. 8.
Everything on you is wet and heavy. You pick her up, you try to drag her, you're using all your might to drag her up these stairs. You finally get her whole body up, and it's awkward as you're going up each and every stair with her weight and your weight. You get to the top of the stairs, but it takes a lot of effort and a lot of work. Give me a con save.
9.
You're suffering from 1 level of exhaustion. You get to the top of the stairs and you take her down the hall a little. You don't remember this hallway or anywhere here going higher that you remember. You haven't been higher than the 2nd floor, and you don't remember seeing any other stairwells. You do know the castle goes higher. You just don't remember.
But as long as I feel like I have a couple minutes.
You're not sure if you have a couple minutes, but she's
I got
dying.
it. So let me ask you a question. So you said medicine. Can that unsuffocate her?
You can try to CPR.
Well,
Get her to
yeah.
borrow for water out.
Okay, so I don't want to CPR because I don't think. I want to check for a heartbeat first.
I think when someone drowns, they lose their heartbeat.
It takes it. Well,
Don't they
how
post
long?
that?
How long? Not right away.
No.
Not right away.
You can breathe without a heartbeat, but you can't. No, you can have a heartbeat without breathing, but you can't breathe without a heartbeat.
Right.
But I don't think it's. I think it's real quick. Like you stop breathing, the heart's slowing down. So
Yeah, I don't want to do
C.
If she has a heartbeat, I don't want to do CPR on her.
I don't know.
Exactly. I want to die.
You,
I'm a lifeguard, brother. Come on.
yeah? She does not have a heartbeat.
Okay, then I have to fucking
Lifeguard her, bitch.
Yeah, I got it.
Like medicine, homie.
All right.
You lay her on the ground. You know, because you are trained in medicine, that
Mhm.
she needs CPR now.
Talern's gonna come around the corner and you're kissing her dead body.
I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, smite.
It's wisdom, so it'd be a +7.
Yep. Actually, I don't know why I don't have that written down. +7. 17.
Can someone read me exhaustion?
I
Should have all
believe
the levels of exhaustion.
1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, 1 level means you have disadvantage on shit, I think.
Exhaustion, level 1, disadvantage on ability checks.
Roll again.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, no.
1.
What happens?
Come on, you know what happens.
Nah, no way, dude. Come on.
Guys.
What happens, Garavon? You're not there. Wait. You're not there. You rolled a 1. You tell me what happens. You're compressing her chest. You break her sternum.
I just keep going. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say she dies.
She's not breathing. You're pushing as hard as you can. Well, maybe not as hard as you can, but you're pushing with every last bit for her life. You keep compressing over and over. You see the water is barely starting to trickle down the hall towards you. Again, it's not rising super fast. Hello.
Okay, so the kid's alive. I try to.
Roll perception.
Okay. 17.
You see, I mean, you already saw it, kind of. You were compressing his chest, and you look over and you see a ship. It's pretty large, and it's riding the top of this water through this city. You see the tiefling, and you see them shoot the man that's trying to swim to safety.
Is the ship close to us?
No, it's near the castle.
It's far away, right?
Far away, yeah. I mean,
Could they shoot me from the ship?
No.
That's good. Then I ignore the ship and I move to the mom.
move to the mom. You start as well on her.
Trying to barf up the
Roll
water.
medicine.
14.
14. You compress her chest, and eventually she sputters. Same thing. She spits out water. Starts choking. The little boy is now sitting up on his hands, looking over and crying. He's sobbing.
I give him my greater healing potion.
They're not damaged.
I broke his sternum.
Oh, yeah. He is damaged. He doesn't know what to do with it.
I'm like, drink this. You'll feel better.
He's crying and he's holding his hand and it slips out and rolls down the
Oh,
roof. Tick,
no.
tick, tick, tick,
Can I
tick,
grab
tick.
it?
Not from your angle.
Okay. Well then. Okay, when I was fighting the guards by the bridge, did I use a bunch of spells on them? Was I like smiting like mad or doing shit?
I think you got killed. You
killed.
just got messed up.
Yeah,
by
you were
Jay.
at full health and you were doing well, and I think you were saving them, and then all of a sudden Jay came by and was like, poof.
And brained me. But
Yeah.
did I use spell slots?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think you used a lot. Did you not?
I don't even think you used one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you were just
All right, so
sparring
I
You
have
with
might have
spell
used
slots
Shield of
left.
Faith.
We'll count Shield of Faith. Just
Because I remember the
sense.
plate armor. Ting, 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 ting.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay, so I'll just heal him.
Okay. Lorenzo,
Because I have cure wounds,
Mhm.
and I'll heal her.
you now, eventually, as you're scanning the horizon, looking for other threats and anything else in danger, you see Delaron on a rooftop, and you see other people that had made it also climbing to rooftops.
How far away is the ship? 500 feet or
More.
more?
It's
Okay.
in the Royals district. These districts are pretty big. Like, you can't just run through them in a minute.
I will stay on top of the tree until something else comes close or the water starts going down.
Okay.
I have a range of 500 feet on my bow, so if the ship comes within 500 feet, I'll...
Okay. Delaron's
taking
not
action.
super far away. You're actually near shouting distance. You see him compressing the chest of a woman. He doesn't see you.
He's busy at the moment. I'll let him focus on what he's doing, not distract him.
Merritt, this lady starts screaming. It's a high-pitched, shrill scream of no. Roll your perception. Unless you look. You can turn around if
Yeah.
you want. You don't have to roll if you turn around.
Okay.
It's the Queen Mother.
Mm-hmm.
She's running towards you in a panic, frantic. You can see tears streaming from her eyes as she's running. They're flying off behind her.
Mm.
And she gets up near you, who you still have the king slung over your back.
No, I'd have him set down by the.
She gets to the king and hits her knees hard enough that you can hear the bone hit the stone.
Is the
And
queen
she's-
okay? Is the queen okay?
She's screaming.
All right. I look at these two. I look at the two guards and I say, "Stay with them." And then I run, and I need to try to find the queen. I don't know what Jesse's up to.
Wait, that is the queen, isn't it?
That's the
Queen
queen mother. That's
Oh,
the
his
king's
mom.
mom.
Oh, okay.
But his wife is somewhere.
And you dash off into the distance. You're not sure where you are or where to go.
No.
You're just looking through each room, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm just kind of
Whatever
looking around.
thaumaturgy
I wanna
does
see-
open, and if it doesn't, it's locked.
Mm-hmm. Looking
Can't
for
open
Jesse,
locked doors,
looking
I'm
for the
assuming?
crown, looking for queen. That does not open locked doors. It opens locked or unlocked doors and windows.
You start frantically searching as well. Garavon, it's been a while. You're compressing with all you have, with everything in you. She's dying. Roll your medicine.
19,
Roll again.
15.
More than that.
It's +7.
Plus
8 plus 7. That's 15.
Are you trained in
Oh,
I
medicine?
said 15.
It is 15, you're right.
It's
Okay.
15.
You're right, sorry.
You continue compressing her chest, and you continue, and you start. Boom! Bah! You keep hitting, and you hear the signs of life. And she expels water. It is in such a force that it sprays you in the face when you hit her. She starts choking. You turn her head to the side and the water's spilling out her mouth as she's hacking and coughing and choking.
She's probably pretty beat up, so I'm just gonna assume that
She probably died. Bring her back.
so I'm gonna oh god, she's fucked right now.
Merritt. You're running down the halls. Give me a perception check.
Ooh.
It's a really good check.
That's a 19.
You, not only while passing by these windows do you now see the ship in full view. You didn't see it before. It's coming upside the castle and alongside it. This ship is tall, and the water is starting to slowly trickle to this floor. It's now almost level with you, but it doesn't look like it's going to go any higher because it's flowing over the city walls on the outside and it's spilling away to the outer lands. The ship is level with the windows, and you can see the tiefling. Eravon, give me a perception check.
Sorry, that was a bad roll. 15.
Just re-roll it when it's bad.
Where were you going? You were just staying there,
I was
right?
cocked. I'm sorry.
Eravon?
What's that?
You weren't running anywhere. You were with Olivia. She just started breathing.
Yeah, I was gonna start getting her to higher ground.
You round the bend, Merritt, and you see Garavon there trying to pick up Olivia. He's within a shout's distance, but he's far off at the other side of the hall.
Okay, so he's still
I have a
in
question.
there.
You don't look like you.
No, I look like a guard.
Is it concentration? I forget.
I don't think so.
It's a hat.
It's magic item.
So you see a guard dragging Olivia to safety. She looks pretty bad off. Good call. You are a river guard. And you don't see Merritt. Wait, what did you roll on your perception?
15.
You do see Merritt. You also look out the window and you see the ship. And it's coming up alongside the castle. It's a very odd sight to see a ship that's floating by the second story of the castle. And you see the tiefling at the head. And you've seen this tiefling before. You had your tail cut off by this tiefling in the past. That was a death look.
I told you.
This is what he does. So I'm running, and I see a guard and a woman.
Olivia.
But I do see Merritt, and I
see
recognize
Merritt.
him. I go,
Have you seen the queen?
Merritt, get over here!
I'm running in that direction.
You rolled a 17 on your perception.
Super
That is
confused.
Garavon's voice, and it's not a soldier, not a guard.
You got her.
There's no time. She's messed up. I didn't do a very good job resuscitating her.
She spits out a little blood.
Will rip out a patch and
You know what?
I'll rip a patch off of my robe, and it creates 4 potions of healing, and I give one of them to you. I give 2 of them to you.
And I just
You what? You rip off a patch from your robe of useful items,
and one
it
of them
becomes
is
4 potions.
4 potions of healing.
All right.
I'm rapidly running
You
out.
place
patches
it on
of
the
them.
ground, and this patch starts to dissipate into the ground as these potions rise up from nowhere.
I take 2 of them and I.
You force her to drink the potion. Go ahead and roll hit points.
D4s. Right.
D4 plus 2. Potion of regular healing.
D4 plus 2. Yes.
Might be
That's
2, maybe.
I think it's 2d4 plus
2. 3 is 5 plus 2 is 7.
She... You can see all the tension that had been in her lungs that had been stopping her from breathing releases. And she's able to breathe once again. Her eyes are really wide as she's looking up at you, a guard, and looking up at you. She's met you once, Merritt.
Oh, thank Paylor.
Yeah. You're gonna be okay. Maybe. The king is back there with a couple guards and the queen mother.
Merritt, there's more.
Okay?
Those tieflings.
Yeah.
I know.
Great. There's, the flood is up to the window.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. Have you seen the queen this way?
No. We just got back from the dungeon.
Did you see Jesse?
Why?
Because he killed the king and put these arrows on my back.
Oh, shit. Take one of the arrows. You ready?
No.
Ready?
From the front?
I thought they were in his bag.
Oh, you're an ass.
Pulling him from the
I
front.
thought you were going to push it through. No, he ripped it out backwards.
You rip it out backwards with the arrow?
Shit. And then I take the other one. Shit. Merritt, drink this. And I give him the greater healing potion that I
So the
have
first one you rip
tucked
out,
away.
before you rip the second one, you see it start to shred muscle and rip through his body backwards as you rip the head outward again. Take 4 pierce
With the first one.
with the first one. Do you do it again?
Oh, well, I guess for the second one, I'll push it through this time. Sorry.
That one, you don't take any damage.
And then I give him the
But
potion
do
of...
roll a con save.
7 plus 3, 14, 15, 16, 17.
So you don't cry or scream or pass out.
But then I have a greater healing potion that I got from one of the dudes. So,
a greater?
yeah. Well, he gave us 3 of them, right?
That was a greater.
So I have one of them.
So it's 4d4 plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus 4 is 10. There you go. Well, that's good. That triples the amount of hit points I have. So, yeah. 15.
I'm sorry.
You hear
We go up?
shouting from the ship. It's Alifane. It's the same voice you know personally.
Oh, shit.
And you hear him shouting, "There! Right there!" And you hear the twang of the bow. Boing. And you hear a scream in the water.
Merritt, we gotta go and hide.
Can't hide. There's all these people. They're just killing them.
Listen, we have to protect Olivia. If you're staying, that's fine. But I'm going. We have to protect this girl. These
I
tieflings
give-
don't mess around.
Let's see. So
They're gonna
I give
kill
you
everyone.
2 hit. I give you 1 more healing potion, and I say, Paylor speed. and I run past. I gotta find the queen, I hope.
Okay, and I take Olivia, and I'm trying just to get to high ground, and I'm gonna look for a place to hide.
Okay. Switching over.
Okay. So I CPR'd the kid and the mom, or I did whatever. I gave them compressions, and I barfed their ship. I healed each of them. And I watched those guys in the boat shoot
Did you
somebody.
heal them
Yeah, I did.
with your spells?
Yep.
Okay.
I have Cure Wounds on my list. Since the last time when I didn't have it, I wished I had it. I switched Bless for that. So.
Sorry to interrupt you. Go.
Okay. I get 6. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to. Did I see Lorenzo or no?
Or your perception? You were pretty preoccupied.
I was pretty busy. Yeah. I'll look around really quick. I rolled just a straight 11.
Yeah, you see Lorenzo in the tree. There's not a lot of people to see. There's some people that are grabbing onto any debris that's floating. There's some people that have gone to the other rooftops, although there's not too many that are above the water line.
Right.
Because in the Commons District, only the highest of the buildings are above the water line, and most of that is like the ends.
Okay. So I'm like, hey! I'm gonna swim over to the ship.
They're shooting people that are doing that. That sounds like a horrible idea.
I'm gonna fix that problem.
Okay, I will try to get in the water and swim over to him.
Okay. So there's not a lot of current anymore, right? Like most of it's just a full city.
There's some current.
But
and
not
you can
like
tell the current
crazy
is
rushing.
because water's being sucked outward from the open gate in the wall. So most of that is an undercurrent.
Okay. So I am going to swim over there and try to hold the boat.
Okay.
Uh,
Did I have to make a check to get over there, or is it good, easy enough to?
Now it's easy enough.
Okay.
okay.
You can swim, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna swim over and hold the boat.
If we can get to 120 meters, I can.
120 feet, you mean?
Or yeah, 120 feet. I can get a few magic missiles in there.
Well, how far is your bow range?
500.
Well, let's get within 500, and you can give me some covering fire, because I'm pretty sure their range isn't 500 feet.
Is there anything above water level that's 500 feet away from the boat?
It's got this in somewhere or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get to one of those because I can't obviously shoot from the water.
Okay, I make sure the mom and the kid are cool. I'm like, hey, we're gonna go try to take
She
care of
hasn't
people
really
on this boat.
talked, but
She's
she
laughing a
nods
while.
her head.
I take my bedroll and I wrap it around the two of them on the roof. I kind of am like, hey, sit here. It's kind of high. Get together. Here's my wet woolen bedroll. I hope it's better than nothing. I might be back. Maybe.
You see these ships stop moving alongside the castle and it docks. You see them throw an anchor.
I give her the rest of my money too for her and the kid in case I don't come back. Here's my 7 platinum. That's all the money I have. Good luck and all that. All right, so we swim to the building 500 feet away from the boat.
Mhm.
I'll make sure that you're cool there. And then I'm like, all right, when I get within bow shot of them, when they start shooting me, I need you to shoot back at them.
Should I do it earlier?
You can if you want to. But,
I could be a distraction so they don't even see you.
That would be cool. I'm going to try to like stay underwater mostly.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll start opening fire as soon as we get.
I said, give me a little bit. I would tell them, you wait until I'm a little bit closer. Don't just start now. Wait until I'm like halfway there or something.
Well, I mean, the sooner I'm a distraction, the more of a distraction I am.
All right, do what you want to do. I go in the water and I start swimming to the boat.
As soon as he dives down, so he's not like. How do I say this? If they look at me, I don't want them to also see him when I start shooting.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like go under and then pop up for air, and then pop up for air, and I don't want to be like doing the doggy paddle on top of the water.
Yeah, I'll get situated and then start.
Caravan. Merritt. You.
Do I see? Am I still seeing Merritt?
Where'd you go? You ran off to find the queen.
I'm looking for the queen.
Okay.
Where'd you go?
Well, like, do I see Merritt? Like, are we at a point where
He's in the hall, running down. You see him about to round the bend.
can I cast Hunter's Mark on him?
Yeah.
I cast Hunter's Mark.
Something happened. Huh, weird. Not really sure. You continue running.
Glittery magic-ish.
Yeah.
And I am gonna try to find some small kind of closet where I can hide.
Okay. Just you and Olivia?
Yep.
You start searching through these chambers, and eventually you find a room that's not locked and that's small, and there's some foods in there, preservatives, some barrels of something, some crates, some just food supplies. It's a pantry.
Is there anywhere? Is there a closet in the pantry? Like
In the pantry?
or no? Like so? It's just a pantry full.
It's like 10 by 10. It's small.
We're gonna camp out.
Okay. You guys hide in the closet. Merritt, you round the bend and you're shouting for the Queen Mother.
For
the Queen?
Queen.
You continue running down the hall. You're not really sure where to go or what you're doing. You round another bend and you see walking towards you from the very other end of the hallway Jesse with a bow. Slowly walking your way.
All right.
That's been good, bro.
So he's walking toward me.
Toward you.
I am a cantrip machine.
You are.
That's all I have left. He can still be turned. I believe it.
Oh, God. King!
Yeah,
Give me a perception check.
Oh, okay. Let's start there. 12.
He's wearing the crown.
Shoot.
He looks at you. You look at him. You stop. He stops. He starts to knock an arrow.
I am going to throw a firebolt and then duck back around the corner.
Alright. You throw a firebolt. Roll to hit.
Plus 22.
22. The firebolt streams down the hallway and splashes against Jesse. You see fire explode and dissipate. He's still looking at you with that cold, icy stare as he continues to walk, and you duck behind the corner.
So I'm gonna give it a second, and then so he didn't seem all that upset about the fire that went streaming through the sky.
I mean, he's still walking towards you, and he knocked an arrow.
Shoot. I'm gonna peek around the corner again. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna get ready to throw another one.
Okay. What's your AC?
12. Why do you ask?
Because he knocked an arrow.
Yeah, but
action.
You peek around the corner. He has his bow drawn, and he's not running. He's walking towards you with his bow drawn. As you peek, boing.
is Terminatoring me?
Yeah.
Can I say 3/4 cover?
Yes, that's +5.
Okay.
So what's your AC?
So then it would be a 17 with that.
The arrow streams past your face. You feel the air whoosh, and you know that arrow is going for the kill.
Nicks my horn. Knock it off! And I'm gonna cast another firebolt, and then I'm running down the hall the other way.
Roll to hit.
Come on. 16.
It is a hit.
Okay.
Roll your damage. It's 2d10, by the way.
Yeah, we didn't roll it at all last time.
Oh.
You just said it splashes off of him, and I was
No,
thinking,
I meant it hits him.
Okay.
So I'll roll for both.
So 3 plus 6. So it was 9 the first time, and then 8 and 6, 14 the second time.
So again, the firebolt. And it hits him. And he continues walking through the fire. You dart back around the corner and you start running.
Mm-hmm.
He's halfway down the hall.
Are there any torches that are lit in the
Yes,
hallways?
there's some torches on
Okay. As I'm going, I'm going to use control flames to also pull the fire down into the carpet behind me.
Okay. You throw a few torches onto the carpet, and it's not all carpeted, but there are a lot of area rugs and some long runners. And it catches. It's not super quick. It doesn't catch like that. But you see it hit the ground, and then a little while later you hear it, you can hear some fire starting to simmer in the back. Delaron and Lorenzo.
Yeah, so I'm doing my thing. I'm just like,
You guys start swimming towards the ship. The ship is now fully docked and anchored,
yep.
and you see a couple tieflings on the ship firing arrows, kind of whenever they feel like it. You see them shooting some long ones at people that are on roofs pretty far away, and they're doing the long, wide arcs, and they're making somewhat of a game of it. You can hear them laughing as they're doing it.
I'm gonna sink their battleship.
It's still pretty far away.
I fucking hate these dudes.
I realized something. You said that Jesse did sharpshooter before?
Yeah.
That ignores 3/4 cover.
Oh, he still missed. He rolled pretty low.
Okay. I was just looking that up for me because I have sharpshooter as well, and I'm like, oh.
Good to know. Peek your head around the corner again, Barrett.
That was the last time.
I forgot that the horn maybe gave it away that I was coming.
Did it slowly?
It's like, I just want to get to the peak to see if the... No!
Oh, I got
Anyway,
it.
yeah, I'm getting on a roof that's within 500 feet of the ship, and
Okay.
long range doesn't impose disadvantage on my rolls. So.
Correct. So you find a roof. It's not exactly 500 feet, but it's pretty far away. It's a steeple of some kind of temple. It's not the temple of Palor. And you...
Less than 500?
A little less than 500.
Okay, that works.
You climb up onto the steeple as Delaron passes. Are you trying to be sneaky?
I'm trying to stay mostly underwater.
Oh, are you trying to be sneaky?
I don't feel like I can be. I mean, I'm kind of following his lead, but...
And if I'm from 500 feet away...
They see you. And as you're climbing up on the steeple, you see them. They're pointing at you.
Nice.
And as you're climbing, they'll take their shot, and you can take your shot.
Okay.
So you see two arrows. They're doing the long, wide arc. First one is a miss. Splashes in the water in front of you. The second one does not have disadvantage. What's your AC?
20.
20. It's a definite hit. Just trying to remember the damage.
D8 plus whatever.
Yep, D8 plus their modifier.
Take 7 piercing damage as the arrow strikes you in the arm, grazes you, and bounces off the roof and into the water. Splash. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. 17 plus 9, so 26 to hit.
26. Are you sharpshooting, by the way?
No, not at this range. I don't feel like
Roll
it.
your damage.
It's 11 damage.
11 damage as the arrow strikes him. You ignore cover, right, you said?
Mhm.
Okay, because he does have partial cover.
Was there like a chimney or
Right
something
in the
to hide
shoulder.
behind?
I mean, you can peek around the other side of the steeple. The steeple comes up at a cone.
I'm looking to see if I can get cover.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
The steeple comes up as a cone, and you can stand, like, partially behind it.
I'll try to stand partially behind it and then knock an arrow and shoot and come out and stuff.
You can roll twice, right?
Oh yeah, I get extra attack.
Okay. I was just
So-
waiting on you.
Oops. Second one is more to hit.
Nice.
19
Jeez, dude.
plus 9, so 28.
Roll your damage.
Let's say another 11.
22 damage. They both hit the same target. This is the one that shot you. Roll your perception. I would have Josh, but he's underwater, so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Just
not
like
Josh.
trying-
Delaron.
4.
Trying to-
4. You're pretty focused on what's at hand, and
Mhm.
you're shooting arrows. He's shooting arrows.
Yep.
You're making your way to the boat
Yep.
as fast as possible. Roll your athletics.
25.
So you are
I'm strong,
beelining to the boat. If you pass by a building underwater, you're grabbing on to give yourself more momentum to get there faster. You pass over a roof underwater and you claw over the roof to get more momentum. It's still about halfway to the boat, though.
Okay. I can hold my breath the whole way. I don't have to come up.
I know. That's fine.
Cool.
Garavon,
I'm in the closet with Olivia.
you're in the closet. You hear a shout. Ah! It's Merritt.
Oh shit. Olivia,
She looks up. What's going on?
I don't know.
What?
I have to keep you safe,
Who are you?
and
You're a guard.
It's Garavon,
Who are you?
Delaron's friend. We came to rescue you.
Why?
Because I believe the gods favor you. I've seen you in my visions. Listen, I'll explain later, but I also have an obligation to my friend Merritt. Stay here. And I cast Hunter's Mark on her.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. And
You lose your hunter's mark on Merritt.
On
immediately.
Merritt. But he's just right down the hallway, right?
You felt him just before you let loose.
That's true.
So
You did feel the general direction. It doesn't seem like he's gained a lot of distance.
So I kind of know where he would be at. Sort of.
Yeah.
So I'll cast Hunter's Mark on her, so I don't lose her. So I can't use that again. And I go, please, stay here.
Okay. Okay.
I'll be right back.
You leave the closet, the pantry.
came out of the closet.
And and do I see
Ooh.
do I see anybody around that would see me get out of the closet?
Not in this area.
It worries me. But okay.
You know, that way, the opposite way Merritt went, would be where the king, the past king, is, as well as the queen mother.
But no one saw me. Like, I don't think anybody saw me get out of the closet I was just in.
And the other way is Merritt.
Okay, I'm going to go towards Merritt.
You go towards Merritt. You run down the hall and you turn the corner and you see Merritt there running towards you at full pace.
Hi!
Did you lose the girl already?
No, I got her. I got her in. a place. What are we doing? Where's Jesse?
He's behind me.
He's still halfway down the hall. You see Jesse round the bend.
Oh shit! I was gonna turn around and ready, but okay.
Roll your initiatives. Oh, that's so good for you.
Advantage on.
Oh my god!
Did you double one?
I got it 2 and a 1.
Oh, damn. I was hoping someone besides me double ones.
So that's
Doesn't
a
happen
5.
to anyone other than you.
Wow! Wow!
Roll up. No, wait. You go fifth where? What in the world? Betrayer does it.
Amazing.
I had to get better than a 2 to go before you.
And you didn't. It's tough.
Merritt. Jesse rounds the bend. You look back as you say, he's behind me. You see him. Bow is drawn. Arrow's knocked.
I'm so out of spells. But not out of fire bolts. So I'm bowling one down at him.
You are more than one movement away from rounding the bend.
You're gonna take one.
Yeah. 22.
22. Turn around and fling a fireball at Jesse.
16
For
damage.
16 more damage. It's singeing his clothes and his leathers.
And I continue. I use my move to run toward the end of the hall.
You run towards the end of the hall. You don't round the bend.
Nope.
Caravan.
Try to give it a little shimmy juke at the end.
I'm gonna
Which way's he gonna go?
I'm gonna pop 2 and then go with Merritt. I'm gonna pop 2 and go with Merritt.
Up to what? 2 shots?
Yep.
Okay. Sharpshooter?
No, thank you. 16 and 11 is a lot.
27.
27. And the second one is 14 and 11 is 25. All right. And he's been hit. So
Probably.
Merritt hasn't been looking as much. He's
Yeah,
just
damage.
shoot and run.
So the first one is worth, and he's a humanoid, right?
He is a
All right, so he's +4.
So you think. No, he is.
Oh god. Okay, so
Damn.
2d8 plus.
Did you get the archer's
4.
brasserie? Or the breacher's archery?
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
So it's +6.
I
So
don't think they're
2d8 plus.
tuned.
Oh, really?
Oh, it hasn't been an hour.
Well, you never said you attuned them. You got them
Oh,
from
shit, I
Darnell, and then
see
you
that
guys
shit.
stormed the city.
I thought. Oh, all right. Okay. So
I thought we had time to attune things.
No one ever
He
said they did.
attuned. He attuned to his staff. Did you or no?
that's fine.
Well,
If
I
I
think
didn't-
he
if I didn't-
intentionally
shoot
said,
right.
I attuned to something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys got like 10 magical items, so
Yeah,
I can't
I-
just
sure.
assume you attuned to them all.
Okay.
No, I thought I attuned to the pyramid of health.
Okay, that's fine. That's right. So it's 2d8 plus 4 plus.
Two
2.
more.
So it's +6. All right. So that is
12.
12. Thank you. And 4 and 6 is 10. So
22
total of
damage.
22 damage.
Boom! One arrow hits him directly. The other hits in the same spot, but then hits and bounces off. It still hits his target. He lets loose an arrow at Merritt. With sharpshooter.
Dum dum dum.
It's the green player killer dice. What are you doing?
Well, I know it's not mine any longer.
Oh, true. Hilbert would feel bad.
Oh, maybe he'll feel good if it gets you.
Yeah.
It's
last.
getting you.
19 damage.
Yeah, I got you.
The arrow plugs Merritt in the back of the shoulder. His whole body thrusts forward and he falls right in front of you.
Is it my turn?
Another arrow looses over Merritt. goes past you. And you hear it hit the stone behind you. Ting, 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 ting. Merritt stumbles forward. Go ahead. His eyes start to flutter.
So I have 2 more potions that were laid down from Merritt's patch. So I slide him the 2 potions.
He's
done, dude.
dying.
Can't drink it.
Oh, he can't drink it.
You have to feed it to him.
Stumbling forward. About to pass out.
Is that my turn?
You won't get it. You'll be rolling a death save.
Well, that's what I was asking. Should I have rolled one?
Oh yeah,
at
roll a
that
death
point?
save. He stumbles forward. He's about to fall.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, I gotta get Jesse, so we're gonna do sharpshooter on this guy. Pop 2. Sharpshooter, just to remind myself,
It's a
is
sniper fight in the hallway.
+6. So 20. And the second one will be going for 24. Both hit.
Both
Okay,
hit.
sweet.
Merritt falls at the ground at your feet. You see blood start to spill over the stone. You hit twice.
7 plus. Oh shit! This 2 big ones, guys. 7 to 4 is 11 plus 18 is
29.
29. Thank you.
First hits him in the shoulder. Hits him so hard his body is pushed back a little from the pain.
Another 29.
Jeez.
Second one hits him in the other side. He stumbles back again. He's still up. Lorenzo Delaron.
You just took 59 damage plus what Mary did.
This guy's a monster.
And that crown probably gives him
Lorenzo
damage reduction.
Delaron.
Yep, okay.
You continue swimming. You'll make it to the hole soon.
Cool.
Lorenzo. 2 shots fire off at you. You have cover. What is your AC with cover?
20 plus whatever cover gives me.
20 normally?
Yeah.
You see one of the guy's bows as he's pulling it back, and they're doing the wide arc. Ding! And the bowstring snaps. The other arrow goes wide. He throws his bow to the side, and you see him duck down real quick.
Okay, I'll go for the guy that's not ducking. Let's see. I want to hit him. I want to be a distraction, so no sharpshooter. Let's see. 21 for the first arrow. And 17 for the second.
They are both a hit on the same guy you already hit.
First one is 9 damage. Second one is 8. So 17 damage total.
17 damage. Finish him.
I don't actually see how he goes down. I duck around the corner before he goes down.
There you
He's
go.
here. As you duck behind the corner.
Yes, got one.
You make it to the boat.
Sweet. Alright, so I'm going to come up alongside it, take a breath, and go back under. But hopefully I'm not like in the field of view of any guys on the deck if I'm down here. And then when I go under, I'm going to use my sword and I'm going to stick it in the hull.
You stick it in the hole. And water starts pouring in.
I can do it twice in a round, so I do it again.
Roll your damage.
Okay. Does the more damage equal a bigger hole?
Why wouldn't it?
I smite.
Of course you do.
I smite. Smite. Yeah,
I attack the floating house.
that's right. Fuck you, house. Roll some damage. So 1, 2, 3. So 48 plus 7.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, so 12, 16 plus 7 is 23.
23. And you see wood start to shatter. You don't just poke a hole. You dig in and start shredding wood. And you see planks. Bing, 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 bing. And you do it again. Water starts rushing in. You feel a pull of water trying to pull you in.
I'm going to move a little bit down.
That's probably good.
Yeah, so if I'm big enough hole, I'm going to go in the boat. I don't want that. So yeah, I swim down a little bit, and then I do it again. Roll damage. I smite again. Fuck this boat.
I'm with it. Drown them all.
Oh, shitty. That was cocked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 is 9, plus 7 is 16.
16 damage again. You puncture another pretty large hole and you shred, and more water starts rushing in. You see it slowly start to dip. It's not just going to go immediately.
I mean, I'm going to keep putting holes in around the hole.
One more shot again. As you get shot.
Lorenzo.
God damn. That one hits you. Oh wait, that guy is not there. That's
He
right.
broke his boat.
The guy that ducked picked up the bow that his friend dropped. He'd actually have disadvantage. He does not hit you. The arrow goes wide. Go ahead.
Shoot that guy twice.
Long range sniping.
Ooh, natural 1.
What happens? You tell me. Don't listen to other people.
I was
saying.
I was thinking about it.
He's underwater.
Yeah, it would be losing its momentum going in. Yeah, I guess just miss. I can't think of anything creative.
I got you. Don't worry. Your bow can be disarmed, correct?
You just can't lose your magic sword, your summoned sword. Right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Your hand slips when you go to fire, and your bow starts tumbling down the steeple into
Okay,
water.
and I don't get my second attack. I have to go grab it. That works.
You watch it go down. No! Caravan. Merritt's bleeding out. I believe Merritt went before you, so... What do you do?
That's my favorite.
Blood is spilling across the stone now. He's at your feet. Jesse's getting closer. He hasn't stopped walking and shooting. What do you do?
How far am I away to around the bend?
You're right around the corner.
And can I move him and then give him or force him to drink?
To move your friend would be an action.
And
To feed him a potion
It's usually an action to do
is
it
an
with someone
action.
else.
So you can do one or the other. You can move him around the corner. You can feed him a potion. You can attack. You can run.
I feel like Paylor's with us today.
What do you do?
I pop him twice again.
You knock an arrow. You aim your bow straight at Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking straight at you.
Ensnaring strike.
You have spells left?
Nope. I guess I had. Well,
Slots.
Hunter's Mark twice.
I think
How many
we only
spells
have
can you
two.
cast in a day?
2.
2 at level 6? I'm not really sure.
I can't remember either.
I'm pretty sure it's the
That's
same
one.
as Eldritch Knight, isn't it?
No, me and him are better than you. You're the same as
Oh, that's
a
right.
arcane trickster.
Ah, God, I wish I
So
had
I
this
can
bookmarked.
cast 4 first level and a couple. Second level.
6.
Yeah, he's the same as me. 4 and 2.
Okay. So you can cast
you can
first level.
totally cast 2 more first level and 2 more second level if you had expended nothing besides those.
So I'm just gonna do ensnaring strike.
You get sharpshooter?
No sharpshooter. I want to hit him with this. 19 plus 11 is.
That's a hit.
All right, great.
30.
Roll your damage.
All right, so that's the part. I think it's
2d8
just.
plus 6.
Let's see. 13 6 is 19.
Does Ensnaring Strike do more?
Oh, plus a
on his turn, it'll do more.
On his
Yeah,
turn, does he
his
save or
turn
does he save now?
on his turn.
Yeah,
I
and
believe.
he'll
I
take a
can
d6
look it up
on his
quick.
turn, and then he gets to save.
He fires back.
Wait, he gets two shots.
Oh, shoot again. I thought. Oh yeah, you did.
6 and 11 is
17.
17.
That is a hit.
Okay. And that is 6, 6, and 12.
So he does save, and then he fires back. Does he take damage if he saves?
Oh, shit.
Is that at the end of his turn or beginning?
Let me look at it.
Yeah, shoot the spell.
I got it. I marked it. Until the spell ends, you do an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack, and you have advantage on. Oh, that's harness mark. I'm sorry.
I got it. I got it here.
How does it work?
At the start of each of his turns, he takes a damage. Roll a d6.
3.
D6.
Oh shit. 2.
And then is it the end of his turn he makes the save?
Yeah. So at the end, he will save.
Okay,
Vines
so
start wrapping up and around, but he has to use an action to get out, huh? Oh no, it's
he
just a
gets
save.
action. At the end of his turn, he just makes a save.
Yeah.
That's it.
He shoots back.
No, wait. If he's restrained and he can save at the end of his turn, he doesn't get to shoot.
He gets disadvantage. Thank you.
Okay.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good to know. He misses. And he looks, or the way he's shooting is with care and precision. It looks like he's aiming directly for your head.
He's sure
And misses. Then he fires again. What's your AC?
15.
That one does hit. What? He steps past these vines that are restraining him and snaps them with no problem. You see vines splitting apart as he continues walking forward. Give me a death save throw. Can't tell, is that 3? Okay.
Oh.
Are you alright?
Garavon.
Pop him twice.
You stand your ground, you shoot again. Sharpshooter?
I just rolled that. I was just gonna.
Just count and roll it again and say if you're going to sharpshooter or not.
Are you a sharpshooter or not?
No.
Okay, then keep it.
11 11 is 22. Should I re-roll that?
Yeah.
5 and 11, 16.
Both enough?
You can ensnaring strike him again if you wanted to.
Too
It's
late.
too late.
Right.
6 and 6 is 12.
First arrow strikes him in the side of his chest. It looks like he just keeps walking towards you.
8 and 6 is 14, and 6 is 20.
This guy's like a pincushion.
Second one strikes him in the neck. He continues walking forward.
What the fuck?
It's not human.
As he continues walking forward, he takes about 3 steps.
Is he
Finish him!
Oh shit! Yeah. So it hits him in the neck, and he just gurgles out blood.
He takes 3 steps. His arm goes slack, his hand is loose, his bow clatters to the ground. Blood spills out of his mouth and down his chin, and he looks at you. Sorry. He collapses to the ground.
I go to Merritt immediately and force him the potions.
As an action?
You can't do it until next round. So
Oh,
just have to roll
okay.
out
Sorry.
first.
It's your turn.
It's my turn?
Merritt. Oh, wait, you already made your saves.
Yep.
Or didn't. Potion?
Yeah. Oh, God. Thank God, you guys are assholes.
That's totally good.
I like it. Well done, but man, that was an intense. Merritt, wake up! And I'm slapping him across
And
the
I'm back
face.
You hear
so you-
footsteps from the hall where Jesse just was.
2.
Merritt stands up. You see a tiefling round the bend, a bright red tiefling. You know him. Merritt's just starting to get up. Lorenzo.
Delaron.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
I'm just switching over.
Okay. Yeah, I swim down along the ship a little bit more. And then I hole and hole.
You continue.
His name.
I can give it to you.
Alphonse or something?
Yeah, I did. I don't know.
It's not Alphonse.
Alphonse Elric.
Hans Ulrich.
Actually, I can't give it to you. I forgot. I'll tell you next game.
Is the
Next
boat
game.
like starting to actually sink at this point?
It's slowly lowering.
So it is sinking.
Yeah, it'll sink. Probably. Boats don't capsize immediately with holes.
Yeah, but the holes were like pretty good.
They're pretty good.
Okay. That's not just a little mending spell won't undo what I did.
No.
All right.
You smote them.
With everything I
Smoke.
had,
You smoked them.
Smote is ruin upon the mountainside. Fuck you, faux boat.
Blew like 4 levels worth of spells or something on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's 4 levels of spells. Okay, so then maybe I won't keep smiting. Or I guess I'm making my way around the ship towards the castle side. And I'll smite I'll stab as I go. Just for the hell of it. But once I get to the castle side, I want to go in through a window underwater. Or maybe above water, depending on how things are going. But let me know when I get there. So maybe this run is just like hole, as I'm going around the boat.
Okay. You'll get there this round. You put a couple holes in and get there.
Okay.
A couple more shots.
Yep. Am I taking him first or giving him first?
Oh, take an extra 20.
Holy
Wait, he has
shit.
disadvantage.
Oh, that's so sad.
Miss. It's That's what you get for long-range sniping. You never get to do this. I'm going to give you a chance to long-range snipe. This is a once-in-a-lifetime.
This is never gonna work in a dungeon.
You're going to be in a dungeon with a 30-foot corridor trying to snipe, and they're just going to kill you.
Yep.
Go ahead.
First one is 26 to hit. Second one is a 19 to hit.
Oh, I love how those are under health traits.
Finish him.
That's good.
I don't even know dural damage.
From far off.
Yeah, same thing. I go back around in here.
Yeah, so the wind cast hellish review spell and spray.
You see the boat slowly starting to tip downward.
So you can cast darkness.
Merritt, you look over your shoulder and you see a tiefling walking towards you, and Garabon is deer in headlights.
I push him around the corner.
And I cast darkness.
You're in darkness.
Okay.
And I grab Merritt and I start making a beeline towards.
That's not my tail.
Excuse me.
Oh my god.
I'm really hoping this is your finger, or else, man.
Who unsubscribed?
What are you talking about? Have an inspiration.
Take
I'm
your
serious. Have an
inspiration,
inspiration.
Oh no.
It won't work every time, but this time.
Anyway, I grab him wherever I do, and like I'm just beelining with where I think I'm going because the hunter's marked to Olivia.
You know exactly where she is. She's still in the closet.
So I'm making my way that way. And Merritt, what are we doing? We got to get out of here.
I don't know. This is a bad day.
You said I recognized that. Is that the
Alfonso?
Tiefling? That's the one that cut off your tail.
And you said his name was?
I forget.
Well, shit. We're going to have to rewatch this, huh? Great.
I'll tell you next week. It starts with an A.
Yeah.
It's not Aldenai or Atticus.
It was
Close-ish.
It was closer to
Does anybody in
Alfonso.
chat want to help us out?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
He's the one that cut off your tail.
That tiefling cut off my tail. We got to get out of here right now.
Yeah. I still need to find the queen. She's alone right now.
Merritt,
What?
we got to get Olivia out of here.
Yeah, she's also on the list.
She's the one that got. We only have time for one.
You say as you're running down the hall.
Does the darkness come with you?
No.
No.
It stays in the hall.
So we're coming down a hall. Where is there like Olivia far away? Where are we going?
It's just right up here.
He rounds the bend of this area, gets to the next hallway that's the outside of the castle, where you have all the windows looking outward to the water, which is slowly going down. The ship has actually lowered a good 3 feet at this point. Actually, it's lowered a little more than that.
We got to swim and get out of the city.
You hear people shouting from ahead, and you still hear sobbing, the sobbing
Does it
of
sound like
the
the
Queen
Queen
Mother.
Get Olivia. We need to get these people too. And then
Merritt, we don't
I
have time.
cast darkness. We're at this intersection, so that if he comes through again, there's a confusing point, and then I go.
You see darkness. Do you grab him?
I tap you with a tail, guys. I give you the old tail tap as I run past.
I have no options, so I'm going to go get Olivia and try to meet back up with Merritt.
You guys are in the same hallway.
Okay, so I'm going to get Merritt or Olivia.
You run to the place you left her. You open the door. She's still there. She seems out of it.
Olivia, you need to get it together one last time. One last time. We're leaving. Let's go.
You grant where she stands up and she goes to walk, and you can see that she's not strong. She is weak. She's been locked up for a long time.
I give her another potion.
It's not because she's injured. It's because she's been locked up for a long time.
Okay. So I help.
She holds on to you as you guys make your way down the hallway. Lorenzo, you've taken the 2 on the ship and it's sinking. Front end first, you can see it's starting to do a slow tip, and it's tipping sideways as well towards the castle. It's tipping.
Anyone else on the ship that I can see?
You see one guy for a second jump off into the water, splash.
Not
From the other side of the ship, though.
Okay, I'll start swimming towards the ship.
Alright, so you walk back down into the water and start swimming towards Delaron, or you think he is. Do you surface?
So the water level. Is it like at a window? Could I go from the water in through a window?
Yeah, there's windows.
Okay, so yeah, I'll surface. Take a breath. I see the ship listing in the direction of the castle. I've done my job. I go in through a window.
You go in through a window, and you're at like a level and a half. Not first floor, not second floor. This is like the half floor in between. It's not everywhere there's this half floor, just on certain parts of the castle.
Okay.
And you see a couple people bobbing up against the ceiling. People that didn't make it.
Oh, so this level's all underwater.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that's what you meant.
Sure. Sure. I was asking if there was water. Like, could I go to the surface and then go in through a window there?
You have to climb a little.
All right, I'll try. I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll go in.
So you pass by this level and a half. And you
Yeah.
see the people bobbing. You continue upward
Sad.
towards the window.
Yep.
And you start climbing. You see him climbing the side of the building. You
Head for that
see a
direction.
tiefling start climbing the side of the building, kind of laterally.
How far away from me?
So you're on the front end of the ship, and he's near the back end of the ship, 25 feet away. Different section climbing upward. He looks over at you, you look over at him, and he climbs faster.
I climb faster too.
Old athletics.
All right. I see him, but he's climbing like, oh shit, we're going. All right. Oof, I roll a 9. 2 plus 7 is 9.
You wave at him, he starts climbing faster, you see his hand slip, and
He goes in the drink. I'm like, then do I slip?
you didn't roll a 1, he did.
Good. I rolled a 2. A way to be better
You rolled
than
a
him. 2
You
plus
rolled a
7.
9, though. That's not the worst.
No, I mean, I'm pretty
He's
athletic.
not fast.
Okay. So I'm like, then I climb in the window.
The whole city shakes. Good job.
Sabotage table things.
Yep.
You get up to the window,
I heave myself in.
heave yourself in, and you see all the way down at the corner is the king laid up against the side of the railing, blood spilling down his face and his back and his chest. You see the queen mother, her head is on his leg, and in her palm she's bawling. There's a couple guards next to her looking, and they see you, and they start moving towards you.
Oh shit, I forgot that I'm one fugitive in town.
Lorenzo, you make your way up to
Whoops.
the side of the building,
You're only exiled forever.
and the tiefling is swimming towards you, dagger in hand.
Oh man, They did the same thing we did. They sent somebody while they were shooting at you. That's awesome. Way to be awesome, guys.
How far am I away from the ledge I was on?
Oh, you're up near the ship.
Up near the ship? Okay. I will go for the same window that you went through.
Okay, so you get to the side of the building. The tiefling's
forgot
making
you're
his
so-
way towards you as fast as he can. You get to the side of the building first. Give me an athletics check.
8.
You see him stick the dagger in his mouth, and he comes up behind you. He's now ascending. Still faster than you, amazingly. And he grabs onto your... Well, he has to roll the grapple. What's your AC?
20.
So... Oh, wait. Grapple is an attack, right? Or is it athletics?
I think you replace an attack.
With a grapple
But
check.
it's athletics check. Roll your athletics.
Basically.
He gets for athletics or acrobatics versus
Or
the
acrobatics.
guy's athletics.
I'll definitely take acrobatics
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
for a 10.
Ugh.
So he grabs onto your foot and he's trying to pull you in. You now feel the weight of him on your entire body, and he's trying to pull you back into the water.
Can I use...
His attack was to grapple, so next turn he'll do it. You can try again on next turn. It's your turn.
Which is now. It's your turn.
So, can I use shock and grasp with my foot? I don't know how it works.
It's touch?
Yeah, you gotta touch
Yeah.
him.
Alright, we'll shock him. Roll to hit.
Without all the
Or is it a
grass.
save?
It's a roll to hit.
Roll to hit.
Let's see. Let's see. I don't even know how I would do this. It's strength modifier or dex for
It's
ranged spell.
It's
Oh,
a-
that's right. It's
it's a
intelligence
spell.
based.
Yeah.
So let's see. That's a 9.
9 does not hit. You feel electricity surge through your body. Roll an athletics check. He's going to try to move you. Move with him.
Acrobatics.
Actually,
Or is it
moving a
athletics?
grapple creature. When you move, you can drag or carry them with
You
you.
can just let go
Okay.
and pull in the water.
He lets go, and your hands slip from your grip on this stone, and you guys spill into the water. You hear splash beneath you. Oh, he doesn't roll.
Oh, I don't know what's going on. Like, that asshole can't climb. I don't know that is fine.
You too. Garavon, Merritt, you're running towards the Queen Mother, her son, the guards. What do you do?
I'm running and I just yell, "You Grace, we have to leave now."
She's continuing to bawl. She doesn't look up as you say that.
Do I see these guys come around the corner?
You well, roll your perception. You might hear them.
11?
You hear the sound of shouting.
Okay.
The other guards are, well,
I mean, I can see where the king and her were,
yeah.
but I might be focused on the guys that are about to pummel me.
2 guys are headed towards you. 1 guard's still over there with the Queen Mother.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just booking it right toward her.
Garavon, same thing.
Yeah, I'm
Helping
going.
Olivia.
I'm helping Olivia towards the guards.
The guard looks over at you. What's going on? What's happening?
They're everywhere. There's more that way. We need to get out. We need to get her safe.
Well, where do we go? What do we do?
Is there... Well, we need to get to the other side of the building.
Okay.
I'm not a tactician.
Bye, guys.
I'm hoping you climb in real soon.
I am in. I'm in the hallway you are in. The other 2 guards are going to come beat me up.
Well, I'm gonna gather them.
Renzo, you're in the water
good.
with this tiefling. He's got the dagger out. It's your turn. It looks like he's pulling it out of his mouth and he's ready to stab you.
He'll eat 3 magic missiles.
Like problem solved.
Really? Double ones?
Oh
Triple ones!
What
Seriously?
You see the
So,
missiles
total
flow
of 6
through the
damage.
water for about half a foot because he's right next to you. It's like you see a pulse of water. The water around the top ripples away.
And my movement,
As though a
I'll
frog
try to swim
surfaced.
back up.
You move to the wall. You try to. You can move half your speed up. You go to move. He's going to attack you because you're not disengaging. Can you opportunity attack with disadvantage?
I don't
What do you
think
mean?
so. No.
There are ways to give someone disadvantage.
God, there's
Like
a
a
lot
monk.
of rules
Like a monk.
today.
You
If he gets opportunity attacked,
if you can't
it's
see him.
disadvantage.
I know that much. If you can't see him, you don't get an opportunity attack.
I think it's still considered an attack, though. In the same way, like, extra attack is.
Oh, here we go. Yes, you can.
But not if.
He has disadvantage.
Okay.
Because in water, you always have disadvantage.
It's not true. Only with some weapons. Like if you use a net or a trident, you're cool.
Well, okay. Fuck off.
I'm sorry.
He misses you. You see him try to swing through as you go up the stone. Tink, tink, tink. Roll in athletics.
Let's see. 6.
So he tries to swing. His reaction, he's going to climb up behind you and try to grab you again and pull you back into the water. Which he does get up there. Roll in athletics or acrobatics for grapple.
Natural 1.
He grabs onto your leg and immediately you just slip back into the water.
Oops, I keep hearing these
Splash.
splashing noises. I'm like, that tiefling cannot
That's
fly.
You guys are awesome. It's like a wet mop fight over here.
Right?
Yep.
The two guards approach you. They recognize you. Delaron Cooper, what are you doing? Get on the ground! Drop your weapon! Get on the ground!
Okay, listen, I'm not the enemy. Right now there's a boat full of tieflings that I've holed outside the window. It's sinking, but they're gonna start coming in the building. We need to leave. That's what I say. But I will, like, my sword's away, my shield is up, my hands are up. I'm just like, listen, there's a boat full of tieflings outside. I've holed the boat in a few places. It's gonna sink, but they're gonna start spilling into this building right now.
You can hear what's going on at this point.
They're
when you
yelling,
come up to
Delaron
the
Cooper,
corner.
get down.
And you can hear it. And when you get to where the king's body is laid up at this corner of the hall, you look over and you see them, well, pretty much arresting Delaron at this point.
Yeah.
They're taking your sword.
Oh. You can't take my sword. I told you there's deadly tieflings coming in. I put my hand on it.
I yell. I raise my hand. I'm got this girl, and I raise my hand. I go, guards, it's all right. As I am dressed as one of them.
Roll your deception.
This is so great.
I'll give you advantage.
Oh, 13 or...
9. So, 13.
13. They turn around.
I'm like, listen, I hold the boat, but they're gonna come in. We need to move everybody.
We should go to the rookery.
What's the rookery?
Let's go to the rookery. Yeah, of course.
So, is there anybody unaccounted for?
The queen.
All the generals. The queen.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you guys gonna freak out if I draw my sword? Because there's evil tieflings trying to crawl up behind me. I drop my shield.
Let's go.
Draw my sword. I look out the window for that poor fucker who's been trying to climb up behind me.
You see Lorenzo still in the water.
I'm like, what are you doing? Get out of the water, man. We gotta go.
There's a tiefling down here pulling me out.
He's like, help!
Anybody have any rope? I lost my rope. Who's got rope?
I have rope,
This
and I
is
go with the
amazing.
bag, and because we took so much rope to save you.
Yeah.
And I throw, I don't know,
Enough.
Enough.
Yeah, okay. I grab some rope and I throw it out the window. I'm like, grab on, I'll haul you out.
I grab on.
You grab on as you get. He tries to attack you, and the dagger starts scraping down your plated leg armor. And you guys haul him up.
I pull him out of the drink. I look at Tiefling and go, you know what's good? You're going to stay in the water, I say to him.
He looks up at you, and he's got his dagger in his mouth, and he's trying to ascend the side of the building.
I will cut you down.
He's trying to ascend the side of the building.
Can I go over, like, out the window and shoot down at him?
Once you get up there.
Okay.
Merritt, you're now with the guard and the king and the queen mother. You are moving with the other guards?
Yeah, we're going to be. I'll pick up the king if nobody else has.
Okay, nobody else has. You are the strongest.
So while we're at the window, I'm like, what happened to the king?
Me?
I'll ask you, what happened to the king while we're hauling this poor asshole out of the water? What happened to the king?
He was assassinated.
Are you trying to sound like
Yep.
Garamond?
Nope. I'm trying to sound like one of them.
Roll your deception with advantage.
12.
Roll it again.
6.
Insight.
Insight? Okay. That's going to be bad. Let's see. 18.
Nice.
He doesn't sound normal. This guard has a very weird voice.
I mean, I beat him by 6. I can't tell that's Garabon's voice.
He's not using Garamond's voice. Something sounds weird and off.
I'm like, what happened to you? Like, what?
What do you mean, what happened to me? The king was just assassinated. We got to go to the rookery.
You sound like someone's pinching your right testicle, man. Are you okay?
Anyways,
No, I'm not okay. We got to go to the rookery.
Where's the rookery? I ask you.
You see
Follow these guys.
from the darkness, a tiefling comes out of the darkness down the hallway, all the way at the end. You pick up the king. The queen mother is just disheveled. She is out of it, and she is bawling. Her eyes are completely red, and has these huge bags from continuous crying.
I scoop her up, like, totally unladylike, and she is a potato sack in front of me. And I have my back to the tiefling, and I'm trying to keep body shield her, and I go.
And he starts running down the hallway.
Have we hauled his ass out yet?
Yeah.
Okay,
Just up,
cool.
you see Merritt running towards you.
What's happening?
He's got the king on his back, just flung over his shoulder, and the queen in front, who has her head buried in his neck.
He's like beefcake tiefling the shit out of this. Okay.
Your friend with 8 strength
like,
is...
Whoa, dude. Eat your Wheaties? Yeah, right. Do I see the dude behind him right down the hall?
No, they're at the corner.
You see Olivia?
Okay. Where is Olivia?
Olivia
She was
is
with me.
With you.
Oh, I'm like, hey, you're all right. We're going to get out of here. It's going to be okay.
She looks out the window.
Hey. You all right?
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Can I shoot the guy out the window?
Give him a shot. Give him a party shot. He stabbed you.
I'm doing 2 shots.
Give him 2 party shots.
Dang it. Cocked.
Yeah.
19 plus... Yeah, whatever. 19 plus 9, 28, and the second one is a 19 to hit.
Both hit.
So 10 damage for the first, and 10 damage for the second.
As he's climbing, you shoot. And he falls into the water. Splash.
Yeah, that's what you get!
For his 3rd time.
Oh my God.
And you guys start running down the hallway. You make it to a set of stairs that go up.
So I don't know that we're being pursued?
Did anyone tell you? They're running.
Oh, they're running. Okay, I
the
jog
rookery.
with them. Sure, to the rookery. We're running to the rookery. All right. I'll stick with Olivia.
She needs help anyways.
Yeah, we'll be helping her out.
Yeah.
I'm right by her. I'm not going to leave her side.
You guys get to the top, go down a few halls. You're running with everything you got. get to the rookery and you open it up, and it's on the top of the castle, one of the tallest towers. It's this giant open area where there is 8 griffins
Oh, snap.
roosting in the rookery. Guard's like, I don't know how we're gonna do this. Have any of you ever been on a griffin?
Nope.
Can I try to communicate it with? Because I'm.
Can you speak with animals?
Well, I think just as
Some
I
sort
got
of-
primeval awareness.
I think that's for your favorite enemies.
Beasts until the land around you, no? Any ability to
No,
communicate
it's-
with beasts and they recognize you as a kindred spirit. Through sounds and gestures, you can communicate simple ideas to beasts as an action and can read its basic mood and intent. You learn its emotional state, whether it's affected by magic of any sort, and short-term needs, such as food or safety, and actions you can take if any to persuade it not to attack.
The one in front, he looks like probably the alpha. He's a little larger than all the others. When Merritt walks in, he bucks up aggressively towards Merritt.
I
He's like,
I hold Merritt, like, well, I just put myself in front of Merritt, and I leave Olivia with Dell, and I kind of just walk straight forward, and I just kind of get down, and I look up at him,
He
almost like
does
a
rear
bow.
back with these giant talons, and these creatures could easily pick up a horse with just one claw. They're pretty large and pretty muscular. And what do you say?
We need your help.
You feel the wings as they beat in the air, keeping him aloft. The pressure of the wind is pushing you slightly. Go ahead and roll a persuasion with advantage.
17. Oh, what?
16 or...
Oh, okay. 16. Thank you.
You have a negative wisdom?
Oh,
No,
he's
yeah,
got handling.
charisma
He's
rating?
Yeah, he does.
Animal handling would be fine.
That's much better.
Okay. So,
Thank you. That's a good, better roll. Animal handling.
all right. So, what's animal handling under? Again?
Wisdom?
Wisdom.
So plus 4, so it's 21 or something like that.
Okay. So 20.
21.
21. Yep.
So it lands on the ground, and when its talons hit the stone, you see hay kind of spray away from him, and the other griffins perk up, and all of them are now looking at you.
Delaron Cooper, I need. Please. Let me.
Oh yeah, he definitely blew his cover there.
Okay.
It's Garavon.
Dude, you can drop the shenanigans.
Okay.
Guards, one of the guards steps forward. Do you know what you're doing? Are
Absolutely.
you a Griffin Rider?
Absolutely not. But we have no choice, and I believe they're going to be helping us out.
I've been on them once. It's dangerous.
The door we came up, was it a trap door or was it like a regular door?
It's like a regular door.
Can I bar the door?
Yeah.
I do. Boom. And if anybody else isn't with us, that's too bad for them.
I hand the queen over to one of the nameless guards, and then the king over to the other. Like, you guys each get on a griffin.
Aren't you gonna get on, Griffin?
Yeah, but I need to make sure that these guys get on. Then I'm going to go over to a griffin too. Probably one of my own. Because it's mine.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Guard,
5, 6. Olivia, 7.
Olivia, Queen Mother,
8.
King.
I'll take Olivia.
Can they double up?
They could easily lift a horse with one talon.
So they can double up.
They could double up. The guard looks at you guys. He's like, it's dangerous, and it's not a smooth ride. It's bumpy, and you have to hold on. If you don't, you'll fall.
You take Olivia.
Absolutely.
You know how to ride this thing.
Trust
Come on,
your
these
Griffin
guards hold.
boys.
Oh, can you hold the king and the queen mother?
The king would have to stay. Say to you.
No.
We're not leaving him.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, that's a great.
Give me some of that rope.
I'm gonna go to my own griffin. I'm like, hey, buddy. I'm like, I try to touch it.
The alpha griffin, biggest one, goes over and nuzzles the king's limp body
He knows it's not this bad.
and puts his big talons around him and grabs him like it's nothing.
Yeah, I'll take care of you, homie.
And the guard jumps up on his back.
That's not your griffin anymore.
It's all right.
So we need 1, 2. Can someone take the queen? Or can I take the queen?
You
You can take the queen.
Okay.
It's not your griffin anymore.
No. I just need to get everyone on there and not get anyone left behind.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a griffin. Everyone gets on. And you start your ascent.
Sweet. I'm all like, shh, 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 to the griffin that I'm on. I'm like, I don't feel very good about this. Not really feeling this whole flying thing. Much rather be on a horse. No offense.
When you say horse, it's whole body jolts. Roll an athletics check.
Oh, God.
Doesn't like you.
14?
Its whole body shudders and its head spins back, almost looking at you, and it screeches like,
I'm like, I'm so sorry. You're so obviously much cooler. You're awesome.
So I
I
want to
don't
see.
Nature.
Nature. I don't know anything about horses and griffins. I know out of game stuff, but in game I don't know anything.
You don't know anything.
I'm just like, don't say the H word.
Don't say the H word.
Yeah.
I don't talk to my griffin at all.
I try to commune with mine and see which direction we're headed. I can.
Can you understand their language?
I understand their basic intent,
Their desires and stuff.
or mood.
So yours.
I would suspect maybe maybe
Without
which way.
rolling, you can tell yours is following the lead of
Okay.
the alpha in front of you.
Okay.
But where you're going, it's not easy to communicate, obviously. You all fly off over the city, and you can see parts of the city didn't get completely decimated by water. Parts of the city are held behind different walls. The whole shipwrights district is pretty intact. The nearest the castle is just demolished, and the water is slowly going down. And water is spilling out the front gate. You're now looking down on the city, and you've all gone up about 100 feet high. And you see the shanties people have spread like ants away from the city. And you see a full standing cavalry that's unable to enter the city. You continue flying off away.
Oh, I had a thought.
Well, you still have a thought. We're not done.
Well, I don't know if it's a good one, though. I'm like, why don't we just open the main gate and let it drain?
No. Delron, we're done. We gotta go.
I think we're kind of at the mercy of the griffins right now.
Okay.
You yell to each other.
I'm like, you're a good griffin, you're a good griffin.
I mean, it's not a bad thought, but it's probably already been attempted. And to open the main gate, you have to have more than one person, and it's underwater.
Yeah, it's underwater. You'd have to have more than one person.
And doing that kind of thing underwater is not.
It wouldn't be great. The water would push you out, and it would jack you up super hard.
No, just pushing, cranking.
I would just
things
cut
like that.
stuff. I would cut at the door until it came loose. The force of the water pushed
made
it
to
loose.
withstand assaults.
Even from magic weapons?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I guess the gate stays closed.
And you guys fly off for a while. Who's got the Queen Mother?
I do.
You do. She continues crying the entire journey unless you say anything. You hear slight sobs and she holds on to you and rests her head on your back. And feel her cheek press against your robes and press against the blood of King. And presses it onto your back and continues crying.
Yeah, I still have an arrow in my back.
No, you don't. You
No, you
pushed
don't.
it out and pulled it out.
Then I got hit with one more.
Oh, that's right. That's in your leg.
Damn it.
But I'll just leave that there for now. I'm not messing with that.
That'll be
while I'm up
fine
here.
where it
Yeah,
is.
just leave it. I don't say anything to her.
You guys fly off for a while. And you continue flying until you get to what you believe is a encampment of the city. Because when you're hovering over it, you see a small fortified area with about 10 different buildings. One is really large. You would think is the barracks for a standing army. And there's people outside the barracks. A lot of people. Not quite a full standing army. And the griffins start to descend down into this fort, which is, it has its own short walls. They land within the center of the city, where you are met by General Lawrence One-Eye.
Where are we landing?
In an encampment, a
Oh.
fort.
A couple miles away.
Cool.
Yeah.
And One Eye is there.
I walk to the Alpha, and I just
So
kind
you jump off your griffin.
I just
The
kind of
guard has jumped off of his, the guy that was using the griffin.
I look at the Griffin and I just kind of bow and say thank you.
Go ahead and roll your animal handling.
Oh, yeah, that's +4. So 12.
It just looks at you intently. You see the back feathers of its neck just ruffle slightly. It's a good sign it didn't kill you.
Sure. Yep.
I'm like, good Griffin, good Griffin. To my Griffin, I'm like, good Griffin. And I try to slide off carefully and I quickly move away from him before he can bite me.
General Lawrence One-Eye is motioning to some of the other river guard out here to the griffins, and they each mount one and take off with the griffins you guys just land with. He looks at the king's body, and you can see him actually busted here. Helps set the king's body on the ground. For a while, unless you guys want to interrupt.
No, I'm not going to interrupt One Eye.
Yeah, I just sit on the ground.
I'll try to talk to Olivia.
Yeah, I was just going to say I take Olivia over to Merritt, so
Okay, I'll go over there.
She looks up at you, and she's been having a really hard time making eye contact, and you can tell.
Like, are you okay? Is
Oh,
everything all right?
are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. Why would I not be okay?
How many people just died?
A lot of people.
Why
Olivia,
would you be okay?
Olivia,
Wars like
You
that.
see a tear drip from her eye.
that wasn't because of you. That wasn't because of us. We had no intention of starting that. That was because of the attack on the castle.
Just so tired. Just tired.
Well, let's find you a place to rest, and then we'll talk.
You don't understand?
Maybe we can get you to the Citadel and you can spend some time resting there, away from all of this.
You hear from behind you. Someone better start explaining.
Okay, I turn around.
And Lawrence, One Eye is standing there. He's fully armored.
I
He
get
got
up.
his face plate up. And he looks pissed.
I put myself between him and Olivia and I drop the shield in my armor.
And I put myself in between him and Delaron.
Are you still a river guard?
Yes, I am.
You, fall in line.
No, sir. Very sorry.
You say no?
Yeah, I
Roll your
say.
initiative.
It's pumpkin time.
Come on,
Roll
man.
your initiative.
We can't use words with him?
Not when
Natural
you're
20.
Not
subordinate.
no.
Well,
Yeah,
11.
Lots of
We have an
words. Just
advantage
no is
on
no.
initiative.
20, 20, 20, 20, 20.
Still a lot
Well,
if he has no
plus-
dexterity.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Natural
No.
20. He goes to hit you. What is your... Actually, I know your AC. Never mind.
It's not super high.
He hits you. For a lot.
With his sword?
With his fist.
God, a lot with his fist? The fist is this is a monk, it's 1 plus whatever.
A lot is the to hit.
A lot is to hit.
Oh, okay.
That is not a 1 for him.
Oh, he's a brawler.
Take 9 damage.
After you guys, huh? Freaking Lawrence
He
One Eye's
hits
gonna get
you.
an arrow in the head.
With a force you have felt before, but the last time it was from Delaron when he smited
Oh,
you.
he's smiting you?
And he almost spits as he yells. He's like, "You do not tell me no!" And he kind of spits in your face, and he gets right in your face.
Man. Okay.
I'm sorry, I thought you wanted an explanation.
Sarcasm goes
He
over
hits
well,
you
too.
again.
I just watched it, I'm like, ugh.
Wow, wouldn't have known that one.
Delaran knows how this happens.
Yeah, I know what happens next.
He still hits you. For 10 damage as he trips you. Roll your strength save.
16.
No,
That is not enough.
it's not 16, it's 19. So you're proficient.
That
Oh,
is
yeah,
enough.
I am.
You stumble
19.
backwards. You don't trip. And he screams again. And now he's screaming kind of at the top of his lungs. It's like, "Fall in line,
I
soldier!"
take off my hat and throw it at his feet.
Now he's embarrassed too.
Yeah.
He hits you again.
I say, and before he does, I go, I thought you wanted to know what was going on.
He hits you.
Of course he does, because he's a punk bitch.
Dude. Isn't that what you want to do right now?
That's fine, dude. Like, I haven't done anything to this guy. He's a punk bitch.
Yeah, but his king just died.
That's fine.
18 damage.
Yeah, well, I'm down for the count.
He doesn't
Okay.
do lethal.
Yeah, if he's gonna, it looks like he's gonna keep going, I'll walk over to him.
The last punch he hits Garavon, as Garavon says, "I thought you wanted to know what's going," and his head spins and his body spins. And he does the lights out pose where he's like, "Bing!" and falls straight back
I mean,
on his back.
I beat him stupid too once.
Yeah, but you did it to his back.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so I'll walk up and I'll be like, hey.
And he looks upset. And you can see a vein pulsing out of his neck.
Oh, the dad
And you
vein.
can see his eyes are angry.
Lawrence, Can we talk? Please.
You are the last person I want to talk to right now.
Merritt stands up and walks past and spares the dying on you in case you are dying. Because he doesn't, I can't tell from there.
I know that. I'm not your favorite
Destabilizes
person.
you at 0.
I also know that we dropped the person. Or no, I know that we know who killed the king, and I know that we saved the king's mother and whoever we could get out. I also personally hold the ship that was full of tieflings that sailed into town and started arrowing who was left alive after they blew the gates to the waterway. Like, we did do some good in town. We did what we could. And so I just want to let you know what we know so that you can plan effectively for a counterattack. I think that you need as much information as possible in order to have an effective counter strategy. So I just want to debrief with you so that you can know what I know and what Baron knows. I'll roll persuasion if you want. I know he's pissed, but I'm a military guy. And
He's just pissed.
Yeah. I just wanted to face smite me.
A few minutes pass.
I walk over and sit next to the king.
He finally looks over at everyone. Bring them to my quarters. And one of the guards will walk over and escort you all to his quarters.
Cool. Even me?
They drag you.
Rock.
Yeah. On the way over, I'm going to heal myself.
Can I grab my hat?
The guard bends down and picks it up.
Great.
And
that Darnell and Porthos were in town when that happened.
they walk you over. Everyone's sitting in the quarters. You hear a lot of shouting and people running around in armors. But for the most part, you can't really tell what's going on. It's not too audible. Unless you want to do anything for the next about 20 minutes in this chamber. His quarters are nice. They're not luxurious, but they're spacious. The floor is all wooden, and the sides are wooden slats. There's some furniture in here and enough room for everyone to sit on the bed. It's pretty comfortable. There's some lanterns at each entrance. There's one front entrance and one back entrance. There's a separate room for the privy. And there's some maps that are all rolled up on the desk. But you got 20 minutes.
Just take a short rest.
Is this like is it a building? Is it a tent?
This is a room inside a building.
Okay, do we have a window that looks outside?
Yeah, you can see people forming up.
Right.
You're not right next to the troops that Lawrence is commanding.
But if he tries to arrest us, I can go out the window?
Sure.
Sweet. That's what I'm doing. I'm sitting up near the window.
Did the Queen Mother come in too?
No. You are in there with Olivia as well.
Hey, don't worry, Olivia. When we get out of here, we'll go back to the Citadel and...
You can go ahead and speak up.
Oh. Don't worry, Olivia. When we get out of here, we'll go back to the Citadel and maybe you can spend some time with Gloriosa. Like, healing and not having to deal with the front line, and maybe just take some time and rest, get your energy back or whatever.
And go closer to Magnus?
I mean, it is closer to Magnus, but it's someplace where she wouldn't have to fight. The Citadel is pretty staunch. Like, they've got a lot of paladins and clerics there.
I thought that you were coming here to get more help.
Well, it's not going to happen. So our only other option tactically is to cross the wall and kill Magnus before he crosses the wall. Right? That's the only option we have left. Riverstorm isn't helping us, it's not helping the dwarves. It's not helping anybody. Darnell said the dwarves were going to cross the wall before the spring thaw. So we might be able to get hooked up with those guys. I don't know if Darnell and Borthos are still alive, but if they are, I imagine that's where they're going. And if not, the dwarves might be able to welcome like more sword arms. You know what I mean? Who knows? If not, I'll just cross the wall. But Olivia doesn't have to come with us. Maybe you should come with your mom at the Citadel. You know? She was always a capable healer. I'm sure she'd be an asset.
Kind of looking out the window. See
Yeah.
if I can see where the Queen Mother is.
You're spaced out.
They escorted her to a different building, and they moved the king's body as well.
Yeah, things are pretty bad, but I think we can still work this out.
So, she doesn't really talk. Eventually, the time will pass.
I use second wind, by the way.
Okay. So you heal yourself with second wind.
I just lay there unconscious, guys.
If you're well,
Out for an hour. It's like it's a short rest in.
I was trying to decide if he's just gonna wake up and be mouthy again.
I wanted to tie him again
Yeah.
last time you said no, so.
No, I used that last potion that I have. If you do that.
Oh, that's where you were going with that. Okay, never mind. We were thinking of this differently.
Yeah.
You wake up. Oh, by the way, you're not disguised anymore.
No, I'm not. Did anybody pick up my hat?
They left it in here.
They did? Alright, so I kind of go over to my hat and I put it in the bag of holding.
Feel your broken cheekbone.
Yeah, wow, that was wild, huh?
What had just happened?
Want to beat the shit out of you.
What's with you and paladins?
What do you mean? What's with me and Paladin? I don't even...
He's beat you up
Well,
badly.
because he's a jerk and he didn't want to listen. And he was going to attack you again.
I mean, I don't know, maybe I talked to him after he dropped you like a sack of potatoes and we were okay.
Well, you beat me up, you knocked me out. We still ended up saving Olivia. Here she is.
It's true.
Maybe he'll come around too. I only speak truth, gentlemen. So we're all here. This is great.
I mean, all is relative. Like, we're here, but like, you know, Porthos, what's his face? Darnell. Those guys might be dead. God knows what happened to the king's wife, the queen. But so many people sacrificed so much to get back from the Underdark. She's probably floating in somewhere underwater. I mean,
It was the Devil's 98.
I don't know what that means.
It was the group I was affiliated with. So if they're involved,
Oh, sweet. I sunk their boat.
awesome.
Yeah.
But if they're affiliated, you can bet that Magnus
Had something to do with it.
really wanted Riverstorm.
What were they after? Just kill the king?
They killed a lot of people.
But I mean, what was the point of it? Was the point of it to cause a lot of ruckus, make the guards?
Think of it strategically. They effectively wiped out Riverstorm's ability to support the war effort on this side of the wall in any meaningful way or shape. They can't support the dwarves, can't support us, and the Citadel. Like, really, they no longer are a player, when before they had the ability to, like, probably really cripple Magnus depending on who they helped.
when I was with them, they would go, they would seek to see if they wanted to ally with Magnus. If they didn't, the 98 would come in and destroy everything. And usually gather a lot of people as slaves.
They weren't taking slaves, they were arrowing people that were trying to swim to the boat. They were shooting them in the water like fish in a barrel and killing them.
So my question is, what did Jesse have to do with this?
I don't know.
I'm assuming he was affiliated with the group you were talking about. Devil's 98.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing horrible stuff. Did you guys kill him, by the way?
Oh, Jesse?
Yeah.
Guy had nothing on my skills.
Okay. So is it a yes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Very good. Well, I'm glad. At least you killed him.
He took about 6 of my best arrows.
Bummer.
Yeah. So what's the plan now, guys? Do we just want to get out of here?
You guys make plans.
Sometimes.
We really haven't yet.
I was
Well,
going to say,
stick
it
to
doesn't
'em.
seem... I mean, I've heard you make them before, but as far as, like, following them, I don't know.
I think
too
we
much
should
about.
leave.
Maybe we should go find Artigan.
Yeah, or at least we should go north so that we can, I mean, I don't sound like record, but we should kill Magnus. That's what we should do. If we don't, all hell will break loose.
Well, we got about, a month?
Well, obviously his influence is happening over here, so I would say the less time we spend dawdling around, the better.
Fair enough. I am kind of on that page too.
Merritt? No, you're not the strategist. But I'd like some input here.
For right now, I don't. Maybe one eye doesn't even let us go anywhere. I wouldn't plan too far ahead.
I think that if we decide to leave, he'd be hard pressed to stop us. Just in case, I use my last spell slot to heal myself. Yeah,
I mean-
oh yay, 8 plus 3 is 11.
The last thing the king did before he passed was exile everyone, so I mean, I couldn't see him
We're out the
going
city.
against
Hey.
the word of the last word of the king.
I don't know, we broke that whole thing and provided the people that assaulted the city with a great tactical advantage by distracting all of the guards. We did do
Based
that.
on the fact that the explosion happened so shortly after, they had it planned. It was going to happen whether or not you guys did anything or not.
Maybe.
So it's a good thing that we got in.
A way you could look at it is we would have been
I'm glad that we got in, but I think
resting outside the city when it happened.
I don't think that Lawrence is glad. He's upset.
You tired?
Yeah, I'm tired. I swam like 3 football fields underwater and then sank a boat single-handedly and, well, with some help actually. And,
Cover fire.
I've been really putting in the work today. I'm pretty exhausted.
You look more exhausted than you do, despite
Actually,
all
yeah.
you went through.
I almost drowned saving Olivia.
Way to be awesome.
So after a while of talking, the door opens with a slam. Bounces off the back wall. And Lawrence One-Eye steps in by himself and closes the door loudly. He goes up to the desk and opens a lower drawer and pulls out a large bottle of liquor
Oh, thank God.
and pours himself a drink.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to pour you a
Is there a fireplace in this room?
Sure.
I stuffed some wood in there. And light it.
He sits down. He looks lost for a general. Looks around the room after about 10 seconds of silence. All right. Let's start talking. Sorry I hit you.
Yeah, like 4 times.
Apology accepted.
I thought you were my soldier.
You should apologize for impersonating a soldier.
Yeah,
Put that out there.
I'm sorry about doing that whole thing. Where we want to start? Do we want to start with everything?
What do you want?
I look at you and I'm like, do we tell him everything?
I would.
The king's dead.
Yeah, I think we tell everything. So,
Huntsman. It was Jesse Filler.
Mm-hmm.
Put the knife through him 3 times. I tried to heal him, but in the king's chamber, didn't work. Found the queen
He says,
Queen Mother.
I don't think it would have mattered. Did you see the knife?
Only briefly.
The wound won't close. It's still bleeding.
oh, it's a knife of wounding.
Whatever stabbed him, there's nothing I can do to stop the bleeding. He's continually bleeding out. Obviously, he's already passed. But I've seen this before, and whatever kind of blade can do that.
It's a blade of wounding.
He looks down at yours.
Mm-hmm. Much like the blade that I carry.
So am I to believe that this was one of our men? Not you.
I will say I was with Deller and Cooper the entire time.
I was unconscious on the stones. Having been dropped by your soldiers out in the city square. Or by the bridge. When it happened. I had nothing to do with it.
In fact, Jay Dusk is the one who dropped him. I saw it happen. So, I believe he is trusted among your men.
I wasn't even near the castle.
It just so happens that you enter my city after being exiled. And then this happens.
Yep. Pretty much sums it up.
You can blame Magnus.
You see him clench his fist again.
You have to believe me. The tieflings that entered are part of his forces. Do you think we have the means for a huge boat
Oh, sorry.
to redirect a river to flood the city?
Find a paladin in your ranks that has zone of truth. I'll tell you what happened, and he can confirm for you. I cast it myself, but I'm rather exhausted.
So, Jesse.
Mhm.
What does he have to do with the huntsman?
He wasn't the huntsman, then he asked you guys for pardon for running away and joining the huntsman. And the king said, yeah, we will pardon you and reinstate you, because he asked to be river guard after he helped save the queen. But he was obviously lying in wait for some alone time with the king, you know?
Don't do that.
Sure. Sorry. Yeah, some alone time with the king. Yeah, sorry about that.
Did you see General Bernard anywhere?
Who's General Bernard?
He's one of the guys that's an advisor to the king, right?
Did you see any of the Justicars?
The majority of the population has probably been passed away. There's so much water in the city that it's overflowing over the edges of the wall, and most instructors are underwater.
I believe it was a portion of the city. Some was less devastated than the others. The biggest
It's all
district.
underwater.
What happened to you? I saw you just before the water came rushing in.
I was at the gate, stopping the people getting in. Because of you.
Because of us.
Oh yeah, that was
Because
us.
of you.
That was our fault.
Yeah.
One of the guards there saw you enter the city
Yep, we did.
on horseback.
That was on horseback. Yeah. Ooh, eerie. Bummer.
Clyde.
All right, Clyde. Yeah, Clyde.
Mine's Gary.
That's right. I'm Clyde. Yeah. Ooh, Clyde.
Your
Bummer.
horse is goner, man.
I'm gonna resummon him later. Yeah. We communed with one of Paylor's servants and found out that Olivia was not gonna be able to survive the trial. So
He drinks deep, the whole cup, pours himself
it's
another glass.
yeah, she wasn't gonna live.
One Eye, do you trust Paylor?
Fuck Paylor.
Well, with this guy.
Excuse me?
Not everybody loves Paylor.
Okay, well, I'm telling you.
I step back out of his frame reference and I'm like this. I'm doing one of these like.
I mean, Merritt, maybe you should tell him. Tell him what we saw. Like, my visions. You're better at telling
Don't go
him
sharing
about.
your visions with everybody, buddy. It's okay. Just sit down and take a break, and don't worry about that so much.
What am I supposed to do with you?
Let us go, preferably.
We're going after Magnus
Mhm.
after we get done with this.
We let you go.
Hmm.
And yet here you are.
You let us go because of a fisticuff fight with one of your guards.
Let's just.
Whose
hold on a second.
idea was it
No, hold on a second.
to exile us
Listen,
because of a fight?
You let us go. We recovered the king's body for you. We saved his mother. And we got some griffins off the rookery, and we sunk the pirate ship that was responsible for flooding your city.
Where do you start trusting us?
I don't care if you trust us. I just want to be able to ride out of here.
I think trust is gone.
Or else we have a job to do. And it's a job you want done. You might not like us. You might not trust us. Hell, I don't care if you hate us. Please just let us go do our job.
Stay here.
Are we captive?
I believe what he's asking for is a frame of time. Are you asking us to stay for weeks?
Until I say. I'll be back later tonight.
We will reconvene later tonight then.
Why do you want us to stay?
We are not done talking.
He wants to investigate something.
I'm not asking.
Well, I'm just going to say that you are asking, in which we'll be willing to stay the night.
He clenches his fist.
I step away from it. I'm like, and here it comes again. Face punchery.
You're gonna get yourself killed one day talking like that.
That's my job, man. Chill out.
Are you talking about
Just stands up and walks towards the door unless anyone stops him.
Does it leave the alcohol?
Yeah, there's half a bottle there.
Great.
Sweet. I go take it.
Pass it around.
Yeah.
You hear the door slam, and he does some shouting. You hear him commanding some of the guards, and you see guards guarding.
So who's in this room? Is it just the four of us? And
Olivia's
Olivia.
there too.
Five of us. Okay.
She's not saying nothing.
So take a swig from the bottle I passed to Olivia.
She just
Yeah, okay.
I grab it.
Right. Sure.
To
So-
Paylor's grace.
Oh my god. So there's the desk, right?
Pass it to you.
There's a window. If I look out the window, are there guards outside the window?
there are guards outside the window.
How many guards?
He left a station of 10.
Jesus, there's 10 guards out the window?
10 guards.
Yeah, we're not
Around the
going
room
anywhere.
or all? How many are outside out the window?
About 7. There's a few guards at the door.
Good God. Easier out the door.
Delaron, what are you thinking?
Come on, you know what I'm thinking.
So
Same thing I'm
before,
always thinking.
before you guys make a rash judgment, I believe I should. Okay, and don't punch him while I'm talking to you guys this time.
I'm
Okay.
not punching anybody.
Okay. Last time I started a sentence and
No.
somebody went unconscious.
No, it's totally cool.
Okay. He's going
Just
to.
kicking the door open while he's talking. No, go ahead.
So he's going to make a judgment. If you do not like his judgment, it would be ideal to say so at that time. If you make an action before he makes a judgment, then his judgment will be not to your liking, no matter what his judgment was going to be.
Who brought the nerd? Sorry, that's not in game. I just needed to see that.
No, you know what? He's right. But let's think about this, right?
I have faith that guy.
If we fight our way free, we might not all make it.
Including a weaker, not very well nourished prisoner.
Right, we might not make it if we try to fight our way free. If we wait, we still might not make it. He might get swing happy. He's pretty pissed. He might start cut heads off.
I believe the time he's using right now, he's organizing himself and he is collecting data to verify our stories because he does not trust us.
I mean, that's fine.
If we go for the entire night, if we spend the night here, you can do Zone of Truth in the morning.
Yeah, I'll just zone of truth all of us and be like, hey, look, this is what happened.
So regardless of the idea, it is best off to spend the remaining time until he comes back resting and recovering.
Okay. What Lorenzo said.
So we are not fighting. We are not breaking out of here. We are not doing anything of the sort, correct?
Right now.
Right now, until he comes back.
Right now.
Until he comes back, yes.
Right now.
I think this is a great stopping point. Awaiting word from Lawrence One Eye.